What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are live with the T5S2 GT final.
15 final, 9 final.
Over here in the red, this is going to be a faction mirror match. Two very different lists. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are live with the T5S2 GT final.
15 final, 9 final.
Over here in the red, this is going to be a faction mirror match. Two very different lists. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are live with the T5S2 GT final.
15 final, 9 final.
Over here in the red.
This is going to be a faction mirror match. Two very different lists.
Reserves.
They're in strategic reserve.
What is up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We're live with the very final game of the T5S2 Invitational round of 8. That is going to determine the last player who goes into the top 4 occurring next weekend. And will play on their side of the bracket against our winner from earlier today in a crazy game between Chaos Demons and Dark Angels. Arna, who was playing Slaanesh Chaos Demons, but we may see a switch up in the list there. The players will get an opportunity to change their lists moving into the final 2 rounds of the event. We have over here in the red, Prax, playing the Grey Knights. The Red Grey Knights versus, over on the other side of the table, MaxGW, a stream regular, playing Asuryani. And I think this is going to be an exciting game, chat. We did see this matchup play out once before. Patrick did have Ashley T, who is playing a similar style, I guess not identical, but relatively similar style of Asuryani. And he was able to go first and absolutely dominate that game. We'll see if the same thing happens here. We are on Data Scry Salvage today, which does focus much more heavily on center board control and has a much longer rush distance between the center objectives. So theoretically, the Grey Knight Alpha Strike's not going to be quite as bad. Although, to be fair, the ability of Grey Knights to jump out on the sides of the table is going to be very, very powerful at getting around these angled line of sight blockers on the Data Scry Salvage map we have here. Thanks everyone for coming and watching the game. I appreciate you. Everybody over here in the States who's up either very late or very early, one of the two. And if you're in Europe, I appreciate you too. And congratulations to everybody in, I guess, Australia. This is like mid-afternoon for you, so everything's fine over there. But thanks everyone for coming and watching the last game of the invitation before we get to the top 4. I'm excited. Let's talk about some lists as the players are running down their deployment. We'll run through Patrick Prax's list real quick. It is a very classic build of Grey Knights. I was talking to the players before the game started, and they were joking a little bit that the Grey Knights Codex basically is very consistent. Max saying that his opponent is basically playing the meta list from about 18 months ago, which is essentially not changed almost at all. So it is a Prescient Brethren Arcs of Omen detachment running a unit of Servitors, very exciting, alongside a Brotherhood Librarian with Psychic Epitome for the additional Mortal Wound. We also have a Brotherhood Tech Marine. That guy bringing Divination. We have a Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmaster with Unyielding Anvil to grant objective secured to the nearby core units. as well as his normal upgrades, Servant of the Throne and Sigil of Exigence, and last but certainly not least, Kaldor Drago. A little bit of a late game anchor there, and just a pretty sweet Chapter Master reroll bot. Feels good to have. 2 strike squads, just 5 Marines apiece with Nemesis 4 swords, the servitors I mentioned before, and then 3 10-model interceptor squads. These guys all with 4 swords. They're going to be combat squatted into multiple units of 5. Interestingly, the 4 swords actually not that great in this matchup, although in the matchups we were talking about previously, especially Dark Angels, they're going to be super useful. But against Eldari, most of the units are going to be on their invulnerable saves and our T3, which means that the 4 sword's pretty good. Although that it's going to be the halberd is typically preferred, but the sword is going to be good against the bikes that Max is using here. We then have 2 Nemesis Dread Knights, not the normal 3, but 2 with Nemesis Greatsword, so a little bit of an upgrade there, as well as 1 Rhino to place some interceptors in. It looks like we have 2 units of 5 interceptors in that transport. And that is the list. Just 3 Dread Knights to add some fire support and enormous numbers of Grey Knight bodies. Obviously, these guys bringing very lethal weapon profiles against Eldari. Eldari typically are low toughness, lightly armored, and so a raw bolt gun profile is extremely effective against them, which is why we're going to be seeing all these interceptors be able to do massive damage to this Eldar army if they're able to get to grips with them, which I think is Max is hoping that doesn't happen. We then, moving on to Max's side of the table, he's bringing a classic Eldar subfaction, Hail of Doom. So his 6s to hit with shuriken weapons is going to be automatically wounded. It looks like we are rolling to go first here. That looks like Max with a 5. Grey Knights with a 1. And that should be Asuryani taking the first turn, which is super duper useful for them. Asuryani, especially with the ability to phantasm their units aggressively and use the pregame boost in the Shroud Runners, can sort of dominate the middle of the board here with cheap units and do a big ol' alpha strike to the Grey Knights if they so desire. We'll see if it does too much damage. I guess especially since we do have 2 Falcons in reserve, we can maybe pick one of these Nemesis Dread Knights and focus it down before it gets to go. But what is going to be focusing this Dreadnoughts down? Let's take a look at the list real quick. We do have 2 units of Warlocks, 1 of Skyrunners, and 1 of 2 just base foot Warlocks. I think we called them the Pedestrian Gang. Yeah, there they are. Both these players have actually named all of their special characters over here. I think we've just named this guy as the Murder Librarian. But Max loves naming all his characters. We have Behareth, 2 Farseers. One of them with the Kurnos Bow and Mark of the Incomparable Hunter, Doom and Executioner on that guy, so he is going to be playing very aggressively and doing a bunch of damage. We have 2 units of 5 Rangers with Wireweave Nets, 3 units of Dire Avengers, 1 of 10 and 2 of 6, as well as, interestingly, eschewing the other elite slots that you would normally take in an Asuryani army like this, bringing things like Striking Scorpions and Howling Banshees. Instead, we've taken as our compulsory slot Fast Attack to basically unlock the maximum number of bikes that we can get, including 2 units of 3 Shroud Runners, a Viper, and 3 units of 5 Wind Riders with Twin Shuriken Catapults. So able to trade extremely effectively with these Wind Rider units, each one of them shooting 20 times with that Hail of Doom effect, giving them that Gene Rot Might ability on their 6s to hit, and getting rerolls against units, enemy units on objectives. We also, interestingly, have Will of Azurian on one of the Farseers, which gives him the ability to objective secure those models. And that means that they can contest objectives against even these 5-model Grey Knight squads if they're near the Unyielding Anvil Grandmaster. And then they can even shoot off some... they can shoot off a unit by themselves, too, most likely. Moving on from that, we do have 2 Falcons with Crystal Targeting Matrices to ignore the penalty. We're trying to see if we can move behind that Dread Knight. That would be very aggressive. Maybe just trying to fly over the top here. Interesting. So ignoring hit penalties with them, so they're going to be able to fire through dense cover pretty effectively. Looks like we're phantasming a unit of Dire Avengers into reserve. Interesting. Send it back to the players' mics real quick here.
Sounds great. We pull this guy back. There should be
okay, so that was a Phantasm resolved, and now we're going to go Foretelling of Locus to keep these Nemesis Dread Knights a little bit safer. Keeping them behind the servitors to try to block the worst of the impact from a dropping falcon. I don't believe that we have the intercept ability on any of these characters.
Right. So that would be number 1.
No, so I don't think we can shoot at the units coming out of reserve for Patrick.
This guy over here. Excellent. And then for these green-friendly fellas, if you deep strike your falcon or something like that, you would have to be outside of 12, so like outside of 9 from the servitors. So I don't think you get to be inside 12 and shoot them.
What is the relevance of 12 inches?
The light cover for
Oh, yeah, Tide of Shadows, of course. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So starting in Tide of Shadows to try to survive this Alpha Strike. Love this play from Patrick.
okay, but,
Good use of Masters of the Warp. A lot of times you see players lock in Tide of Convergence for the additional range and Mortal Wounds and melee, and then literally forget about Warp Shaping for the rest of the game. But Patrick, in all of his games so far, has shown a real proclivity for selecting the correct or the most advantageous Warp Mastery Tide. We are in a custom craft world chat with using Hail of Doom as the craft world ability. So 6s to hit with shurikens, automatically wound, and count as 6s to wound for rending.
Stuff here for the
And interestingly, previously in the last version of the craft world codex, you did you got the ability to take expert shots with that, meaning you ignored cover. So this Tide of Shadows actually wouldn't be that useful, but no longer, since that sub-faction ability was nerfed. So you actually only get a single sub-faction ability if you're taking Hail of Doom.
And then we move to Shroud Runner, which
Okay.
will be Shroud Runner.
then game starts, I guess. So yeah, good luck, have fun, Max.
Thank you. That's you, sir. That's you. Let's hope I have fun. I do like that all fun. We can't heroically intervene in any way, shape, or form over there. So we can just do this. So these guys move up here. These guys,
So it looks like we're pushing the Shroud Runners really far forward. Going to be trying to take some sort of mid-board presence here. One thing that's very important in this mission is because we are in Data Scry Salvage, it is a hold 2 to score 4, hold 3 to score 8 mission in terms of the objective primary. But you do get the action you can perform, the data intercept on your home objective. Any unit can perform it, and it only completes at the end of your turn. And for each objective in the center that you hold, you'll get a victory point. Now, the downside of that action is that you can't perform it if enemy models are touching your home objective, which means that we may see one of these Shroud Runner units actually try to push up and just tow onto Patrick's objective there. And regardless of the fact of whether or not Max actually takes that objective away, because there is a lot of objective secured strike marines back here, he will prevent that data intercept from completing. So he will actually start to cut Patrick for 3 points or so every time he does that, which ends up being huge.
So yeah, so
you have given me options. I don't like that part where I actually have to make decisions.
that's right.
Quite honestly, let's make it an interesting game because I can't win a passive game anyway against Teleport Assault. So
Did you see the end of the Grey Knights against Dark Angels game, where Headstrong threw me under the bus and basically declared that any Grey Knights game against Elder is anyways a walkover?
You look quite stupid, right? You do look quite stupid, huh? This one guy has to be here, and the others can just be a bit further.
There's a game on Friday. Headstrong versus Paper. It was actually a hell of a game. Headstrong unfortunately got a little bit unlucky with dice. Certainly a difficult matchup playing against Dark Angels with Grey Knights, but I think he did the best that he could, and I think we've seen a lot of interesting games in the Invitational so far. Players kind of playing outside of the normal comfort zone of their faction, where they try to, instead of do the normal thing that you would, the first order optimal strategy, as it were, players really reorienting their list to try to beat specific, particularly dangerous opponents.
Shroud Runners just moved 16 inches.
Yeah, here comes the Shroud Runner. So they're just going to try to block in the Grey Knights and prevent them from data scrying.
Doing something of value. We'll see. can never be sure with them. Yeah.
And going first here also is huge because it gives Max, with the Ranger unit in the center, because the objectives in the center of the table lock in if an objective secured unit hold them at the start of the round, or at the start of your turn, excuse me. Because those Rangers play so aggressively, they're going to be able to lock in these 2 objectives and force the Grey Knights to come onto them.
I can't even fathom. Cannot fathom. Only problem is that's a really not great line for me. Especially because we...
No preference on the winner, but go Grey Knights! Go Grey Knights! Hell yeah. Dropping Falcons in the center here. Yeah, really wondering if we want to start shooting at these Nemesis Dread Knights. The Grandmaster's over on the side. He can teleport in response to a ranged attack, so it's going to be a little bit dicey attacking him. But we may be able to knock a Nemesis Dread Knight out from the center. If we can convert some of the buff psychic powers on him. That +1 to deny for Grey Knights is going to be huge in this matchup.
Wants to have the Rhino done here. Alternative being we get 1 additional one into here just to block this anyway. Then we just got 18.
Take a look at our prediction over in chat here, on the Twitch chat. 90% for Grey Knights.
18.
Max has more numerous supporters, but Grey Knight's a little bit deeper pockets over there. Hot damn.
So we would have, basically have this one guy here touching because why not? Would have 1 Falcon here. Then how do we get the other angle? You would get quite a bit here. I would be here. Block this, move you back. Here. Definitely the I think we'll just give you the option here.
Just go ahead, Michael. I just refilled my coffee earlier.
The Grey Knights do have teleport assault, chat. We're looking at engagement on fronts, assassination, and teleport assault for Patrick. Asuryani with behind enemy lines, retrieve battlefield data, and no prisoners. Love the no prisoners pick in this matchup. Grey Knights tend to be very aggressive with their strike squads. There's little combat squads. They have 8 of them, which means you're going to be giving up basically 9 points on no prisoners, assuming that most of those die, which most likely they will. And Max just assuming that he's going to be able to knock those guys out. Now, the teleport assault is going to be fairly good in this matchup because these Eldar units are very squishy. But the bike squads, the 5-model bike squads, with some luck, could potentially survive a Dread Knight shot. Although I think Patrick is going to have intelligent attack allocation to get that teleport assault.
You go over here in a different... so this Warlock. Yeah. But, I have 2 CP. Oh, sorry. Starting 2 CP. Probably not good enough. If you were just to go over here, that would work. You would have to get... You're not really doing anything with that. Not executioner, then you move 7 inches back. That's not really worth it. And if you go here, so that's not really worth it. Yeah, I think we nah. If I go for this, I kind of need all of the damage here. So we could go here. Kind of run around a bit.
She's coming to manager.
Yeah. Definitely don't want him, so we will need to be over there. Block that one out. I need one. I need 1 CP over there. You need to. I guess I could do that. Then fly over here. Yeah, it's probably the better option. 24 from over here would be over there. That's not gonna happen. So we do need the Rhino here. Can embark up front. That's fine. So we would have 2 here. Here you go. 22 and 2 over here. You would be over there, going to that corner. Get a bit of extra stuff. Is that within 12 inches? That would be within 12. So yeah, I think we're just gonna advance you to maximum up to here. That's a bit too much. So we need to get you further back. Get you further back. This is going to be here, this is going to be here. Just so that everyone can see the Rhino. And then we get you 7 inches. Basically, who's a problem? This guy's a problem. So this guy will sadly need to go into the back. That, yeah, that would be, should still be fine with 12 inches. And then we have 7 inches inside here, blocking out that teleport.
So it looks like we're trying to get a kill on the Rhino here to limit the amount of maneuverability that Grey Knights are able to get off of that with the Interceptor squads disembarking and then moving from it. You do get the opportunity to potentially kill a couple Interceptors if you end up destroying it, since they'll die on a 1 or they'll die on a 1 from disembarking.
Yeah, I think these Avengers will need to be a bit more aggressive in their plan, and this Falcon will need to be.
Yeah, the assassination pick is a little bit aggressive here, chat, for sure. I know Max is he's very good at playing his Farseers close to the chest. It's very difficult to get to grips with those Eldari Farseers, but I think that Patrick maybe just be hoping that he can kind of brute force his way through.
Let's go here. We try to get some distance between us. Falcon, you can just get like so.
Especially sort of in this situation, if the Farseer plays a little bit aggressively here and doesn't get a good fall back from the battle focus, it may be that it kind of exposes itself to some interceptor charges.
With a potential minus. Yeah, like, that's fine. 2. Could also get you. Nope. Blocking myself and dense cover here. Okay. So you would go here. At that kind of point, I'm already so hard in. So in here that I might as well just continue doing what I'm doing. Which is, well, see where we land after this turn.
Wow. I know folks in chat are a little bit worried about Max overextending here. He is pushing really hard. We do have this friendly Viper in the back to screen out the backline drops, which is good. And the Warlocks will actually protect the Farseer from getting shot with Bodyguard. One True Snail, thanks for the follow. Things is pretty good so far. Just watching some sweet games of 40k.
So within range of the Dreadnought here. Then we have Linda, who simply wants to stay outside of range. Probably best thing is cutting the Avengers. Yep. She will have to jump over here. So we deny any thing here, 9 inches. Yep, and there is 9 inches up there. Oh, so I'm just making a quick copy of the Dread Knight here, just seeing how far he can actually get in here. Okay, so 1 inch is basically, yeah, if I stay off the terrain feature, I should not be yeah, it should not be chargeable. Cool. Or fightable, rather. Okay, that's fine.
It's a good pre-measurement for Max.
Then we just have the question of the red wind wireless.
Those are only about 40 millimeter gaps in the walls to allow sort of Terminator bases through, so those huge Dread Knight bases are going to be a little restricted.
So you just moved to the range spot over here. Barry, we'll simply fly over here. And then just do Barry stuff. Wind Riders, just move over here. They will just advance, because why not? They will actually just move normally, so I will just move them back a tiny bit. They can just do the action. This turn, we have a lot of targets for actions, actually. The rangers are just gonna do the action, these guys just fly over here. And then we see what happens. These guys here just walk up to the objective, still protect old Agnes. You go over here, you go over here. And we should be fine on that front.
Now, one thing that's really interesting are the Arcs of Omen format, particularly given that there is this newfound emphasis on
You have a target which environment already.
elite units and especially non-troop units. Oftentimes, players don't really have the same screening capability that they did previously, and to kind of shore that up, this very tactical screening that we see here with like chaining characters out in bodyguards and things like that is very necessary to be able to effectively screen. I'm a little bit worried about this spot in the back here. I'm actually not sure that a strike squad doesn't fit back there. And a strike squad has a non-zero chance of killing a Farseer, depending on what the Strands of Fate look like. It looks like we have a single saving throw and a bunch of automatic psychic test passes.
Actually, probably just wanna cast. I need one odd spot. One here, one here, one here. Now, she's gonna cast Focus Will. She is with a 7. So Focus Will go on to the green fast here. And then we are gonna move. Then she's gonna cast Fitful Divergence. Yep, gets me a CP with a +1. Then let us move straight on to the green Farseer here, who is going to start off with Doom. I'm gonna put 1/6 down for Doom. Other one is a 13 on Doom.
You got it.
Boom, that focus well coming in clutch.
13.
Yeah, never mind. So,
You're on the knife, yeah. So Doom, we put on the Grandmaster here. Where's that actually? We do need to kill that Rhino even more than a Grandmaster. Stupid as it sounds. And all of the things that jump out of his stupid Rhino. So we're gonna Doom the Rhino. Then we're gonna do Smite. Goes off with a 13. So that actually hits the Rhino. God damn it. So okay. So there's a bit of lag. What rolled first? I rolled a 1. Lovely.
1 damage on the Rhino.
Yay! Classic super smart. Cool.
Always like that.
A proper fast here. I am going to cast guide. Yes, I am. That will go on to the.
That was far away. Okay.
The event. Yeah, she should be outside.
Yep.
Cool. That goes on the yellow die adventures here. Then she's just gonna try with a Asuryani. Why not? Yep, goes off. Just in case, going to put this on them as well. So OPSEC and Autopass leadership. Then we're gonna go ahead with the bikers. These bikers here, they are going to first off do Jinx. I'm gonna use my 6. Second one. That's a 12.
Good.
Do I blow myself up? I do not. I take 1 wound.
Incredible psychic tests here from Max. Almost perfect.
back.
Those grenades here,
Instinct
that built-in
goes on-
are +1 to deny, but it certainly doesn't matter if your opponent rolls nothing but enormous numbers to cast. This is probably the alpha strike that
although if it's-
Max is hoping for here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're gonna put this one in Dreadnought. And then it doesn't matter too much after that. Basically remove cover from you. So we ought to be fine there. And then they're gonna cast Reveal using the other 6 to just blow themselves up. Nope, it's a 10.
Sure. So let's try to deny this. We need 10. Reveal is going to get rid of the -1 to hit and of the cover.
Yep.
And right now he has still some sort of chance of surviving here.
Mhm.
Sure. Am I going to spend a CP for?
Yep.
But that guy's dead anyways. So let's try to deny it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll for fun that third die to see if it would have been a 6. Nope. Good. CP saved. Excellent.
It's dangerous. That's a dangerous game we're playing there. The old hindsight game.
Different shit. The ones. We'll put Reveal on the Rhino first. On the Rhino.
On the right.
On the Rhino. Like I said, we need to kill the Rhino. Because
Yeah.
those interceptors will kind of screw up my life a bit. Probably even a
Did
bit. Oh, yeah.
you-
And then to Jinx just in case we do good enough. So, cool. Let us start shooting then. Going to start with this. Let's start with the Warlocks. Going into the Rhino. So basically the one guy that can shoot goes into them, 4 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. 1 wound, AP3, and then battle focus for 1 inch. Lovely. 1 wound, AP3 on the Rhino.
Okay, and it is. Yeah, it takes 1 damage.
That's 1 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then the fast here, 3 shots onto it. Under the Rhino, 3 hits, wound on 5, with reroll. Just the 2 mortal wounds.
Perfect.
Then battle focus, 6 inches.
Ooh, big battle focus there.
Over here.
Certainly we'll keep that
Then
Farseer safe from
we have
counterattacks.
the so you shot. Going to do the Wind Riders. They can only no. We're gonna keep them. Go into yeah. I will do the Falcon shooting into the Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick getting ready to dump his interceptors out already. Writing is on the wall here for this poor Rhino.
1 AP3. 2 damage. Then the 2 big shots. 2 hits. Let's do this one at a time. 1 and a 3. 1 wound, AP3. If you could just roll that for me. Okay. Shit. This one here, another 6-2. No. Minimum 4, so kills it.
Yep. Does it explode?
Yep.
It doesn't. Okay. We have Shuriken over here, and that Falcon. That Falcon shot. Okay.
That fucking shot, yeah. So we still have the other stuff to shoot.
Yeah, that explosion there would have been pretty brutal.
And staying outside of 12 now becomes tricky.
Grey Knights do have a save against it, but still don't want to be taking it if you don't have to.
Here we still have everything to shoot, not avenues.
Yeah, I love this. These plays from Max here. Knocks the Rhino out, and now basically has an open season on whatever's inside. We can have a little bit of safety behind this wall. Yeah, probably going to keep 1 unit safe maybe, but the second unit may unfortunately be in line of sight. And if Max can knock out a interceptor squad here, I think that he's going to be pretty happy with his turn.
Can the Shroudrunners see me now?
They from like this guy here. No, they cannot. They cannot.
But from here I would. No, only Baharad. And then the question is, can we place you somewhere smart? Or do we have to die to the explosion? This doesn't fit. And this is probably nope.
Yeah, gonna get a little bit scared of the
So
coherency
here
here.
we would
Ooh,
have to die to
this
the
is gonna be
explosion
brutal.
or everybody-
Could be that we see an emergency disembark here to get a little bit more space to place these guys, but that does have a expanded chance of losing interceptors.
Yeah, I think I get a tiny bit more, but I'm not sure if I can fit in. Because the red circle is missing, but yeah, I won't be able to fit this guy in. I think.
No.
No. No, so sad. That's great. Okay, cool. So we just hope that we get one and 10 shots, I guess. Cool. And then we have the other guys come over here.
Mhm.
So here that should be fine. Yes.
Yeah, next one.
11.3, so why not make that a 12? Nice. The entire squad is in depth. Okay.
Okay. Alrighty
Wow,
then.
look at that.
I'll see how we're playing this.
Not
Go.
a single casualty
Let's move on.
to the destroyed Rhino.
Rhino
And to be fair, could have pulled some casualties from the Interceptor squad in the front here. And I think Patrick was kind of hoping for that, to pull them out of line of sight, but instead they will probably be shot by
Looks fine to the base.
several things.
Ah, that was your line, okay. But this line that you drew here, is it this one? Because it goes through the base here. You cannot shoot through this.
Sorry, what do you mean? I'm not quite sure. You basically I want to shoot this guy here. It's like oh, you mean that it red masters in a way?
No, I mean the edge of the terrain. I mean, if that was my thought, that the edge of this terrain, you can see maybe. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I think that there
Pretty much
is
measure-
a pretty
just measure
clean
and
line of
shoot.
sight there.
This guy here?
They were measuring this
Pull that guy
shot
back,
into the
because I thought that
interceptors.
from this corner here, you wouldn't be able to draw a line of sight. Can they see anything else?
Basically this guy has no problem seeing. This guy would be the only questionable thing.
If they go like this?
This guy I don't think can see. This guy here.
Is that okay for you?
You know what? That's fine. We're just gonna shoot one guy into these fellas. The rest of them, I'm gonna shoot into the Grandmaster.
Wow.
Do you want to teleport?
Rocking a sigil of
Not
exigence
for the
already.
skeletons, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
enough.
Just gonna let him go.
So,
All right. Well, might
we
get
got-
some
just
free
resolving
damage into
everything
him.
into the interceptor. One shot with a sniper rifle. It's a hit. It's a wound, -1. Yep,
Save
upstairs. Scatter laser. 2, 3. 3 wounds and 2 up.
Do you ignore cover?
Nope. 2 up. That's what I said, 2 up. And then we have 12 shots with the scatter laser into the Grandmaster. 2s and 4s. There we are. 5, no AP.
Oh,
good.
saves everything. We do have the Tech Marine over here, so he can repair the Grandmaster if any chip damage does get assigned.
It's a 4. Good enough. To go.
Yeah.
One
Do you
inch.
use 1 inch? Yeah, exactly. Okay, good.
Yeah, I could pay the 1 CP for them to ignore the penalty, but I don't think that is worth it.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna do that. Now we do have this question of yeah, we're just gonna go with over here. Good things here. We really want to move those. So next thing we're gonna do yellow shooting into the interceptor here. The Avengers. 21 top. I have 3 CP. I need 2 for this. 2 for this. So I will pay the 1 CP for experience success.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s, hitting on 4s actually, because you get stance cover bonus and re-rolling. Okay, for 7 extra hits.
Whoa, look at that. Blade Storm. Storming
7,
pretty
yep.
effectively there.
And on 4s. Okay, so 6s are AP4, and the 5s here are these are AP2.
Okay, so 4s.
Okay, kills 1 guy.
1 dice. And then here we have 6s.
Yep.
And does that just
Watch
clip
squad.
the squad
Cool.
there?
Yep.
Wow, look at that
you
shot
clip that
with that
too.
Blade Storm. Absolutely lethal.
That was my own.
1 interceptor squad down, and we still have shots to go into the Dread Knights and potentially the other interceptors. Bahara still sitting in the back here. Mr. Barry, as Max has called him.
For 20 shots, you are not revealed, so yeah. You got so hitting on 4s, and we're only got 5s. Cool. 6s AP3, 5s AP1.
Okay, so he has Jinx.
They have Jinx, so basically you can ignore the light cover.
These are the 3 ups.
Yep, takes 1.
And then we have 4 ups here.
Yep, 4 damage. Cloak, battle focus. Oh, 4 inches.
Okay.
Yep. So 4 inches.
So a couple damage
right,
being
back you go.
knocked onto the Nemesis Dread Knight, but again, that can be repaired pretty easily by the Falcon.
Everything from the Falcon into the Nemesis Dread Knight here.
Or by the
Yep.
Falcon, by the Tech Marine. It could be repaired by the
so
Falcon if we just remove that
ignore
guy.
the
Don't need to
damage
fix him if
penalty
he's dead.
for having a crystal target matrix. Going to start off with the thing. The trigger cannon. There. 3 hits. 4. 1 AP1, 1 AP3.
So 3s,
3 up.
1
Yep.
4s.
Cool.
So
Take 2 more. Then the 2 big shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
Ooh,
2 wounds.
both pulse lasers convert, though. That can be scary.
Exit and
Okay, only 1 goes through. He will survive, but he
Only 4
may
damage.
get tuned up pretty hard here.
That's just 3. Okay, so you could do that. Can anyone here see? No, that's a bit unfortunate. We'll get you back up to middle bracket. That's fine. Going to shoot everything from these Wind Riders here into the Interceptors.
yes.
Interceptors, or do we want to give you? Nope, don't. Cool. Everything into Interceptors. 20 shots. 20 shots. Hitting on 3s, 4s, and only on 4s. Okay.
Ooh, not a great
Quick,
shot
4
into the second
AP3,
interceptor
3
squad
AP1.
there.
Woo,
You got
Grey
trouble?
Knights, go burr.
Okay.
Crush and Full, thank you for the resub.
So
Cool.
20 months in a
Here's
row.
a guy.
Appreciate
Probably not
you.
worth it to find fate them at this point, but well, we kind of have to. So that just goes 7 inches away. Up the train feature here.
Max going down to 0
And then we have
to keep those
You-
Wind Riders
you-
safe.
find fate. What's your CP?
Power and faded, of course. Yeah.
What's your problem? Yeah, what's your problem? 7. So Barry shoots into the Nemesis Dreadnought. Yeah.
And just check, did you move full movement?
Sorry.
Did you move the full 7?
Woo, Grey
moved the foot-
Knights, go burr.
I moved to full 7, and this is what I measured before with the Grandmaster. Like, basically, if the Grandmaster is here, the same position, if I'm off the terrain feature, the Grandmaster shouldn't be able to get into engagement when tried. That was what I meant. That was my
Yeah.
measure before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you need to get like a smidgen further back, but yeah, you got it.
So
Yeah,
that- Okay, so that's good for over here.
that was the intention. So,
Right. So we shot everything here. It's just Barry. Barry into the Grandmaster. Not Grandmaster. What am I saying? Into the regular dude.
that's
Hitting
the
on 3s. 1 auto wound, wounding on 4s. Three
Oh,
wounds.
wow. Look at this shot from Behareth.
AP2 with sinks.
Could potentially kill the Nemesis Dread Knight if 2 saves
Very
go
good.
through.
Ah,
So far, so good.
hey,
1
down
converts.
to a wound.
Is that a save,
Ah.
actually?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's
let's see,
jinxed.
is there
Yeah.
anything that-
Leaves him on 1. At least he is stuck at bottom
Yeah.
bracket there.
Yeah.
I may be able to get 1 shot from a
well,
Shroud Runner onto him.
yeah.
No, that line of sight looks a little chicanerous. I don't think we got it.
If you teleport over there. That is actually a good question.
Almost got
would
him.
Prevent this, and this would be a
So far, 90% of a Nemesis Dread Knight down, 1 Rhino,
that would be it.
and 1.2 squads of Interceptors. Pretty strong alpha from the Aldari, but they did have to kind of go all in for it. We'll see if that is too exposed.
Making the 10-inch charge for the Interceptors here.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we can just take this risk, giving us a bit more options there. That's a bit more options there, and then sadly, after 1 CP, then might just be. You would save it on the 5-up. Yeah, cool. We're gonna shoot everything from these shrouds here. They are just going to go into the Interceptors right next to them.
Ban them.
We'll have 18 shots with the scatter laser.
Brutal.
Just making
chat.
sure they move to 16.
So the green shroud runners here shooting into the Interceptors right next to them.
They didn't advance to get there. They did that with normal move.
They just moved normally. They just moved 32 inches from their starting position because Pregame movement zone.
Yeah, yeah.
So hitting at 2, hitting 2s, wounding at 3s.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Hitting on 2s. Is that already a draw?
I hit on 2s, wound at 3s, yeah. So 9 wounds, no AP.
So 3 ups.
Here's a guy.
He also got. That was the green, I guess.
Yeah, and the sniper rifles, hit on 3s, wound on 4s, 2 at AP1.
Okay, so 4 ups. They're good.
Great saves from Patrick so
Cool.
far. Yeah, only these Shroud Runners consistently, or these biker squads consistently only killing a single Interceptor is pretty brutal. And that is the benefit of that, at least for the shots in the back corner here, that was just some solid saving throws from the Grey Knights. But in the back corner here, the huge benefit of being in, starting in Tide of Shadows.
3 points for behind enemy lines. Got 3 points for data scry. I think I'm up to 1, close to 2 for that. And we did the first battlefield data. Just putting the 1 in there to remind me. Then it's over to you. And we'll see how much stuff dies.
Yeah.
Gonna quickly get a new cup of coffee, so I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, sorry, before we do that, the start of the movement phase, I will pay my 1 CP to throw the wave of grenade at the Nemesis Dread Knight. I will do. I will.
See if we can kill this Dread Knight with
I
the
rolled a
grenade.
D3, so that will be -2 to movement, and you can only take up to 1 mortal if I remember correctly. Let me just quickly look that up. I think
I believe
it
that is the case.
Sorry, there was a limit to this.
Per model. 1 per model.
Serves the mod. Okay. Well, that didn't pay off then. Stratagems. Can I get more?
So you had
well,
anyway.
equal to result. Yeah, maximum of 1 model wood per model in that enemy unit. And he saved it.
Did you? Okay, you got that hit. Okay, sorry. No,
Yeah, I can do 1 mortal wound.
Yeah, there's the 5-up.
Oh,
That true
God.
silver armor coming through for the Nemesis Dread Knight. Oh my god, almost got it in his opponent's turn, chat. Certainly worth the effort. Although it does make the Nemesis Dread Knight movement 1. -2 to charge and -2 to movement and -2 for the area terrain is makes it tough to get around with that guy. So he's almost literally stuck in place. He can't go anywhere. That is very cute, chat. That would have been amazing if that guy had been taken out. But he is now near the Tech Marine, so he can be repaired. He can be pointed at by the Tech Marine's buff and Drago, so he can actually jump down to hitting on 4s with full rerolls. So he's almost fully operational here. And the Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight looking like we're pushing for a teleport shunt potentially into the side. May get some lines of sight into bikers. And I think this is a little bit scary for the Eldari just because we don't have any... There's really no melee to speak of in this Eldar army. There's no Aspect Warriors. There's no, Howling Banshees. Besides Behareth, not even that many, powerful Smash characters. And so this Nemesis Dread Knight can kind of push forward and be relatively safe in terms of, being close to the Eldar army. He's going to have to eat the Psychic powers and shooting, but he's okay with the shooting, and the Psychic powers usually could save him a 5-up. Yeah. Good chat. Help me, Grandmaster.
That would be something. That would be outside of them. Outside of them. That would be acceptable. We have Rhino. We have no more cool things. We have a -2 charge for there, but they are going to be dead anyway. So you can shoot these things. You can shoot a bunch of things. And these dying, that would be very tasty. So I think that would be a position for that thing. Then these go there. What is the closest enemy for them? Is it this? Yes, they move here. 23. Yes. So we could kill them because we don't get an action out of them anyways. So we could kill them and then go back behind the wall.
So maybe going for a Psychic phase kill on the Shroud Runners. Or just a melee and then consolidating back to safety.
Barry is too far away for a relevant charge. It's a 10-inch, but this is 9. This is, oh god, it gets so the battle focus moves as well, which is might be obnoxious. This is like an 8-inch charge, so maybe we go for that. Get a bunch of bolter shots, like randomly spread out. But what else? Could teleport them. We get a bunch of bolter shots here as well. We can land like here. So, yeah. No more Rhino to frog leap. This is 7-inch. We need that, and we need that. So I guess we'll go back.
What?
Tights. Charge these, shoot random stuff. Make sure that they are considerably weakened. Shoot here. These need to die, these need to die. They can get tertiary leftover random shots. And these will die to melee. I guess these don't get to really do anything interesting this round. That's not going to happen. Here they are sort of a victim for Baharad. On the other hand, it's not like Baharad doesn't have victims.
That is very accurate in this sort of board state. Well, we could move up and Behareth could attack us, and so maybe we should keep it safe, but it's not like Behareth isn't going to attack somebody. You can't stop that guy. He's going to continue to accrue value over the course of the game. Can we require all Granis players to say, "I smite thee" for intended targets of the Psychic phase? Yes. Indeed, chat. In fact, they have to do it in the most imperious and chivalric voice they can. And when they charge, they say, "Have at thee!"
So, Patrick, is there any way that you could increase your output volume a bit?
Oh, sorry. I'm also just mumbling into my beard here a little bit. I can just stand up.
Okay, so,
Yeah, but no, thanks for letting me know. Good. So so for these fellas, 24 inches is quite far. So then we need to be here. That's really boring, but I don't really see how else to do this. What do we need? Do we need Sanctuary? Yeah, Sanctuary. Cool. On whom? On these guys, I guess. And Gate of Infinity, if we could get that off, it would be nice. Increasing damage right now doesn't matter super a lot, and it's not range relevant in a relevant way. We can try that here. I think Gate is sort of more interesting. Then we could gate these guys to murder her.
Let's screw it up. Oops.
That would be a potential thing here. Or just shoot these guys. They are kind of boring, but their death would be entertaining. So that would be something. It's sort of so just giving you turns, but you have them anyways. So yeah, I drank too much coffee. I'll be go to the bathroom for a second, but be right back. So we need to. This is.
Oops. All right. Looks like a quick break here. You can give him a pause.
Yeah. Looks like I'm a colossal idiot. What did...
I was as soon as that parser moved over there, I was a little worried.
Why did I move him? Oh, well. Damn it. Oh, well.
Maybe it's fine. You got a saving throw. You got an invulnerable save. It'll be okay. Just make them all.
I mean, he basically needs to charge me in order to do that. I would say. I mean, it gives me another point when a prisoner removes another unit of interceptors. So it's not the end of the world. It will be fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Everything's fine.
Don't worry, I don't see. What could possibly happen? Okay, so the plan is to jump this Dread Knight over here. Let me see. We have and what is the deal? You can shoot at him when he comes in because that is in the movement phase, right?
Nope, I have no CP.
No CP, 0 CP. That's not a lot of CP.
Yeah, I spent my CP to try to kill that Red Knight, but you rolled a 6 and a save. So
yeah,
there you go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, if we had seen that kill on that Dread Knight, that would have been
we will
one for the ages, chat. The old wire weave grenade to kill a model, to kill a vehicle.
The base will be here.
Feels good.
These interceptors.
It was certainly, I think, worth the effort for sure. Feels bad because your opponent saved it, but
he still has it, right?
with the exact amount of damage that we did there is important.
Oh, that's the Grandmaster. Sorry, yeah, good.
Oh no, there's over here. Other side of the table. Cool. So these guys, can we go to? Hey, Baharot, how far away are you actually? I hate you. You are a douchebag, Baharot. Nobody likes you. Nobody's going to pick you in a sports team. Everybody does. Okay. And we can go here for this, but this is like a horrible charge. And we need to stand. I mean, that's okay. We need to stand here, so that sort of makes sense. And that is an 8-inch charge, so we need a 5 in order to stand there and do what exactly? Look awkward. Have a falcon that shoots us in combat, and a bunch of on the other hand, we probably would get.
Can I Grandmaster fit through here again?
One more time.
Can a Grandmaster fit through here? I think it's basically if it goes like so, you kind of have the problem again that the 1 inch is basically, if I'm off the terrain feature, like you should be able to chart me.
Yeah, I don't think I can punch it.
Is it?
I don't think that's
I think we're
possible.
probably looking for the interceptors, maybe.
So that is an 8-inch charge to get you there, and we have. We can then move in and touch these, stay out of Baharot. We don't quite get out of, but this is fine. We don't get this one, but that would be interesting. Okay, cool. So these interceptors move 12 towards. Let's just take what the charge is here. That should be a 3-inch charge in this case. Ooh. like this, not getting on the terrain. Cannot see them and shoot them. We can maybe lob a bunch of random shots over here from like.
Yeah, like I think from the tip here, you look at these two guys here should be fun.
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can back like.
Yeah, it's a couple of extra bolter shots. They're super dead. I don't worry about the shot on survival.
No, I'm aware. It's just trying to optimize a little bit. We have guns on. We could try to advance here, but we won't quite get it. And yeah, I guess it's okay. Then we can at least next turn still try to hold this. And we get Smite Hammer and Fusion. No, we won't use it else. So these Strike Marines just.
Yeah, I know Patrick does he likes his Tide of Celerity quite a bit to get those charges in.
For 1. So they would get basically here. Very enticing. I really think that I want to pass on that one. I don't get anything else interesting out of this. I mean, here they are in that kind of cover. Sure. So that they are relevant in some kind of way. This corner should still be screened fairly well if this guy gets back, but yeah, you cannot deep strike there, so that's not that huge a concern. The servitors advance for 4. See, somebody wants to be useful. Nice. There you go. Excellent. These Grey Knights here just get in position to. I mean, it's already a really, really short charge on these guys.
Yep.
But we want to be standing here. So the idea is that I would like to kill them as much as possible, like sort of through the wall, so that with my consolidation step, because these rangers are the closest at the end of this fight activation, I hopefully get them back behind the wall in some shape.
Yeah.
That is my plan here. And so for that purpose, I just need to move them down a little bit. I move the interceptor so that we have that out of the way. I don't quite get you here. If I want to also shoot, I could slide forward and then do some psychic shenanigans. I could stand on this here as well and just try to hold that objective. I have them here just checking. That shouldn't. It's not quite yet, but we will get that with a charge, so that is not a problem. This is fine. This place will be fine. Yeah, let's do this corner first. So this Nemesis Dread Knight, how far is this charge on these guys?
I mean, he has to go around the corner, so just take a look. So basically he just goes up 9 inches, right?
Oh, you took the correct one, not the proxy. Okay. Doesn't.
So yeah, if you turn himself a bit like, say, half an inch further back.
Yeah, doesn't.
Then let's do this. Would do it. So 7 would actually do it.
Perfect. Then that's what we go for. That is what we go for. So here was standing. So moving 9, right? That was the plan. And
yeah, so like 8.5 with a bit of turning, if you want to make the shot.
Yes. So this is like a 4, right? So 4 and maybe then half an inch for the turn, right? That was your calculation here.
Yeah, I would say half an inch for the turn.
And then he goes another 5, and then we are. Yes, so he needs to go around a little bit. So yeah, what did we say? Like a 7, right?
Exactly. You have to go around the corner here.
Yep, 7 makes a lot of sense. We have guns on this and this and this. Is all fine. Excellent. Yeah, before that, I'm sorry. We should have, of course, given him reroll all hit rolls from the Grandmaster. and give him +1 to hit to this Nemesis Dread Knight who's wounded, that's standing here from the Brotherhood Tech Marine. Because these guys, they're sure. They move. What is their charge here? It's a casual 7-inch charge for this one.
Yep, it is.
Cool. So moving 12. Yep, 7. Nice. They moved them straight. Cool. Good job, fellas. We have a bunch of bolters. Yeah, it's really interesting to see how much of your stuff will be still alive then. I want with this guy to be out of the nigh range, so I need to get. This is the closest to nigh you have, right?
This guy.
Yes.
This guy,
So,
the 24 is basically the edge of the forest here.
yes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Still within 3. We're still within 3 of this Red Knight over here, who now moves 1 inch. He's hurting. So yeah, he moves 1 inch. Good stuff. Yeah, big deal. I don't know what to accomplish with that. Can I give myself any options with? Yeah, I could see them, I guess. Is there anything with range? 24 inches gives me basically everything already, so he can basically just turn around a little bit like this. Like this. Cool. In the end of the movement phase, I'll heal him for 3 with a Pregame Tech Marine. Is it okay if I take him up now?
Yep.
1 less. 4. Excellent. Kaldor.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't it a D3 heal?
One more time.
Oh, he has the
He has the relic. Yeah, exactly.
That's the relic. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Relic. He has the relic.
Yeah, so gets that guy up to
So,
mid bracket,
Kaldor
and then with the
puts
+1
that
hitting
here,
on
and then
3s again.
here. Is
So
that
almost
all
undamaged.
possible to get that off?
That's
This
brutal.
12 inch, no. We would
Huge
take
swing
plus
on that
2,
Why Are We
put it
Pretty
at
not killing that guy.
17. Yeah, that would potentially work. Interesting. No, I don't want to risk that. I think I'll just shoot you. And this will be able to go there, these will be able to go there, these will hopefully be dead.
Yeah, if you also have the relic, you would start with 1 CP, because you have 3 Warlord trays and 2 relics. So you would have 1 CP left you currently have.
Max, I did. I took myself down.
Okay, you started with... Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So now I started with 1, then 2 rounds started.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think
yeah.
he's sent any CP so far.
It's all good. But you're correct. Excellent. So here we have these guys. These are the ones that are interesting. What do we do with you? This is an 8-inch charge. 8 inches is still a long charge. And we only want 1 teleport with you, right? We could go for a second, that would be nice, but it's not super necessary. If we go forward, we get the charge on this. I mean, you don't have so much crazy shit anymore. Like, yes, putting a little bit of strain on that is worthwhile. So, yep, why not? Your interceptors. You heard.
Just make all your charges, you'll be fine.
So,
Wise words.
Does
Max offer a coaching service? Because I think I might need that. He's got the good strategies over here. Just make all your charges, roll all 6s, everything's fine.
It's like an 8.8, so this is an 8-inch
Yeah.
charge. Cool. Yeah, your friends. Go there. Could one of them have gone here? Maybe that is an interesting question. An interesting thing to ponder. Like, now we have 1 in cover at least, and it doesn't still matter for the shots here. Cool. These guys are the ones that are supposed to get teleported, but what if not? Then I guess we just double charge these, or no, I moved the purple guys. These guys can now do that. Yes, that's nice. That's even a little bit elegant. If we go here, yes. So from here we just have shots, but we have nothing else. But we have pressure for the next turn, so you can just stage there. These guys don't reach it with 16. A Harrod, of course, will come over and be a dick, but there's little to nothing I can do about that. So yeah. That. Angle from here, but steeper. Can you get me there somehow? 22, yeah, but then you cannot.
Yep.
Battle focus. I cannot stop that either. No. Okay, good. Yes, so these guys go here. With a aforementioned plan. Yeah, I mean, I guess they can step out so that they get a few more shots and just to secure that kill a little bit. And I think one won't make it, or he has to stand on a wall. Cool. These guys, what are you doing? Color, what are you doing? You can go, if you go around the edge, that would be like here, 1.3, and then
2.7.
Yes, exactly. Okay, makes it on the terrain. Has something to shoot at, in case that would be relevant, and is at least tricky to become the closest thing to in some capacity. Cool. So, and now he would be within the nigh range, of course. We only cast Gate, and Empiric Amplification would be cute, but it's not really worth it. We could try, but it's like, no. So we gate these guys, we give them a nice shield. So that means that these things are the only thing that's left to decide. And here I cannot quite, here I could maybe do that. I could sort of reach that, but I cannot advance and get gated. This is boring. So we just jump over here, I think. They were planning to reload a Rhino. The Rhino's dead.
Yeah. Annoyingly, the Rhino was probably the most problematic unit, the way you position it.
Yeah, the Rhino was, it's such a nice little...
Yeah, like if the Rhino survives, I'm just dead. I just don't get primary, you just don't get over engaged and so on. It just ruins my life.
Would have been lovely. Such a nice little Rhino. No, okay, so the interceptors here.
Can you imagine that, chat?
They can shoot at something.
Players complaining about the Rhino being too strong. I know it's always a meme every time somebody sees a Rhino on the table. They're like, wow, Rhino, that's crazy. Never see rhinos, but they're great. Rhinos are amazing.
This is like a 10. Do you get with 10? No, you don't get that far. This guy can still scoot a little back to where he was, basically, right? So then we have hopefully maybe a space for 10 for the interceptors here. Nice. Okay. Inside. Here you go. Inside 3 of this thing, inside 3 of those guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, then time to teleport the Strat Knight over here. Thank you.
Down to 1 CP?
That is down to 1 CP. And we are standing here where we can shoot at your Dire Avengers, but aren't, yeah, its short runs aren't actually that close, so it's fairly short. Cool. Yeah, and on the cover, but it doesn't do anything in this particular case. Okay, so
I don't know about everything that says transport being amazing, chat. There are a lot of really bad transports in the game, but for sure the Rhino is not one of them.
everything seems pretty moved. We cannot do the action here because you're standing on my objective, which is very impolite. Cool. Then let's do some psychic.
Very impolite. Highly impolite. How dare
We
you?
start off with warp shaping
Okay, from attack marine, cool.
on the attack marine. He gets it, and we go to charge, and to minimum 3 on the charge dice.
Yep, out of celerity, cool.
Yeah, celerity. So
There's the
I need to
celerity,
look that up
chat.
in English. So excellent. So that is done. So he has cast. This Nemesis Dread Knight over here casts. I mean, what even makes sense for this guy? Is 18, so he casts Smite.
Okay.
The hurt one. Gets it on a 9. The knight.
Nope.
Okay. So 2
Okay.
die.
Nope.
Excellent. Good so far. So far so good. These guys cannot see you, and Hammerhand doesn't matter. So that is good. They don't do anything. These guys over here, interceptors, don't do anything. Smite if they were castigation. No. The green ones just cast Hammerhand.
Okay. Yep.
6. Excellent. That leaves these interceptors over here. Closest visible target. You're not standing on a thing. Yeah, no, we discussed that. No, you aren't. This Grandmaster, he could try for Empiric Unification, I guess. He can see them, but then he's out of the charge target, and here this is too far away, as we discussed. I could get it for here, but you have deny. So yeah. We go to the more interesting stuff casts. We cast this Interceptor Squad, the teal one.
Mm-hmm.
Casts Fatal Precognition.
Okay.
And so that goes off on a 5.
Oh, sorry, 5. Oh, sorry. No, wrong one. Yeah, okay, who?
Do you want to deny it?
On a 6, it could be custom very. I'm actually going to deny with the Warlock. Am I in range? In range here. I'm gonna deny with the Warlock in the back.
Go nuts.
I'll talk smack about the Gorkana any day. Honestly, I was thinking of the Hierophant chat.
No Fatal Precognition.
That thing is
Cool.
somehow a
So
transport,
then we interceptors
and
cast,
is also extremely
good
bad.
things at the action.
Maybe a
Power-
bane. What's a Doom Hammer? What's the
do I want to spend that
what's
16?
the Vulcan Gatling Cannon guard transport that kind of holds like 30 guardsmen, whatever that one is. Maybe a Thunderhawk gunship.
Let's try it. Color casts Gate of Infinity, but I want to keep my CP. I'm not doing the 3 CP, just normal gate. It goes off on an 8.
Trying to deny with the +2. It's denied.
It is denied. Cool. Sanctuary. Nope. No Sanctuary. Good job. Good that we didn't spend these points, I guess. Interceptors over here. What else do we need? We need for this guy. I mean, he can only really smite them, which is interesting, but not super good. Yeah, wow, they get smitten. Okay, so nope. What did I do?
What did you do?
I made a field.
You transformed him into a box.
Again. Delete. No? Yeah. Okay.
What?
Cool.
That was
transformed him into
bizarre.
an invisible box.
Okay.
Yeah. This the Wounded Dread Knight cast Smite. Okay, so Smite.
Wow.
This guy cast smite.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Peril's a smite.
This guy already cast a smite. It would be this guy. I mean, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. You just tell me how many battle wounds.
I tell you that it's 3.
You rolled a super smite.
Oh, I rolled a super smite. Oh, God. 3.
It was meant to be a 3.
That was a 3. Have your exarch alive? No, you have 2 of them alive. Perfect. That's Good. That we like that. Then we so cast. Pink ones cannot come.
How many mortals do you take?
Yeah, that is the thing. 3. And we do hopefully not care so much about them. Yeah, 2 of them. So good. Grandmaster over here.
I think Max probably happy with that trade. Losing a couple extra dire Avengers for damage on the Dread Knight.
Try this if we get enough shooting down, but this doesn't work. We're not shooting them at all. They die to 1 damage attack, 2 damage attacks anyways. Doesn't even matter. And this is the closest thing is this one. This one. Okay, yeah, we smite into the Falcon. No, maybe these are visible. Then we don't smite at all. And these don't smite either. Okay, good. I think that's psychic. Last thing, these interceptors into your shroud runners. Why not? So this should probably now need a 9 for a smite to go off. It doesn't. Good talk. Good. Command phase, movement phase, psychic phase. Let's do some shooting.
Yes, sir.
We start with the 3 guys over here into your shroud runners. Thank you.
Sure. Drago.
That is just 6 shots.
Yep.
And they are not -1 to hit. So on 3s.
3s and 4s.
1 save.
He fails it. He fails it.
So interceptors over here shoot also the short runners, so now that is 20 shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nope. Do I get... Nope. So much going to go up. Cool. We take... Here's this guy. And this one here takes 2.
Cool. So these... you have 1 that is on 2 damage. Yes, exactly. So Kaldor puts his gun into your warlocks.
Yep, sure.
Hitting on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
1 hit. No wound. Good job. The Brotherhood Tech Marine is not really necessary. So these interceptors over here, the only thing they can shoot, yeah, they can reach this guy. So they shoot into the warlocks. One of them is -1 to hit because he needs to shoot through the dents. So it's of force. Rerolling 1s because Kaldor is nearby. So both hit. Cool. So we have 2 hits already, and then we have 8 more shots. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. So these go out, and wounding on 4s. So 3, 4 wounds on warlocks. They love that shit. They're all about that. Excellent. Good work. Okay, so let's do the thing that matters. This guy has at least +1 to hit, so he still hits some 3s. Yeah, so we put the teleported warlock into. You have 1 save. The teleported Dread Knight into a small gun into the Dire Avengers and the big gun into the warlocks.
Okay. Sure.
So we start with a small one. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
So should pick up our teleport assault here. And then get the multi-damage shot into the multi-wound enemies for maximum conversion.
Oh,
just need to do 2 damage to these Dire Avengers since the smites have killed most of them.
There's no miracle.
Yep.
They're dead.
There they are.
Yeah.
Teleport assault ticks up! It has begun.
And
We should be a 3 on engaging off fronts as well. This is a good map for engaging off fronts too.
Rerolling the 1.
Although, to be fair, that Dire Avenger unit did vaporize an Interceptor squad, which I
so
think is probably a fair trade for those
that
guys.
kills 2 warlocks, right?
Oh, sorry, that was onto the stupid Falcon. Whoops. Shouldn't have fast rolled that. That basically kills this. Yep, kills the 2 guys. Yep. Whoops.
Good. Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay. So then we put the wounded one over here. Small shots into. Why not? Small shots into the warlock and big shots into your shuriken bikes.
Okay.
You know what? I shoot everything into the warlock. Like, dude, die already. So we have, because he's out of. No, he has rerolls. He has rerolls to hit. Yeah, sure. Let's be a little bit greedy. So then 12 shots. The small shots into the warlock, the big shots into your bikes.
Okay.
So warlock first, and rerolling. Nice. And now we have 8 saves to take. So statistics, he is a dead warlock.
Super first. Well, come on, buddy. Make a miracle. Okay.
So it's miraculous.
Takes a wound so far. Takes 2 wounds. I don't want to force you to put. Nah, you still have interceptors here. You still have interceptors, but then you would shoot into them. Is that worth anything to me?
Do you hear that warlock? There's
yeah.
nothing.
Here's one more wound. I'm just debating whether I want to use a Strand of Fate dice. Simple answer is you still have the interceptors. You don't have any good other targets for interceptors. Nah, I'm just gonna roll this one, not sure they. And he's dead. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yep.
We appreciate that. Cool. So that means that she is still protected, of course.
Yep.
That would have been too much to ask for. So all the guns from the Grandmaster, I guess, into your bikes.
Yep,
I
sure.
don't need to shoot the Falcon, I think. And that is this, and I see them, but I'm going to charge them. So all the guns into this one, and he will see them anyways. So we start with the big ones.
Yep.
And we re-roll this one because Drago color totem. And now we move you.
Yep, 5 on a 5-up. Let's do the first 4. Kills 3 of them. Not much point anymore. So I'm just gonna use the 6 here still. Yep, gonna save the last one. So 3 guys die. That's the last course. Let me just roll the last one. Oh no, they're dead. Like 1 guy's still alive, so 12 more shots to come.
Okay, so we have these interceptors. They have nothing else to shoot at.
You still have 12 more shots from the Grandmaster into the Wind Riders.
Oh yeah, it's still this. The Grandmaster wasn't even done yet.
Yeah.
Roll our dice. We roll the 1s. Delete. Oh, the 2s actually hit, right? Because you don't have.
Yeah. You missed with 1. Yeah. Perfect.
So, and now we're wounding you on 3s.
Yep.
So as many.
Co-ops. Stay there.
It's a dead bikes. Cool. Then I'll shoot all the interceptors into your Falcon that can see these. Oh, these can't. Okay, good. So that solved that. Shoot this one. Well, it really doesn't matter why we're shooting this. Yep. Blue Falcon. 10 pointless shots. Yeah, that's what they are. 2 saves.
Excellent.
Damn. Talking about pointless. We charge. We charge you here. Do you roll your?
If not, of course. Go.
Doesn't do anything. Okay, so we roll the charge.
Yep.
It is a 10. So 1 wants to be. I mean, when we wipe them, we can consolidate in that direction, so it shouldn't be a problem. After we will have wiped them. It is so few opportunities to use for future 2-1 really should take the chances as soon as possible. Within half an inch of half an inch, and then if I stand here, can I get with 3 over there? Yes, it's not a problem. So I can punch and still get on the objective with a consolidation.
Yep.
Good. Then these purple ones try to charge the Falcon.
Yep.
So that's 8. So we need 1 5 among these dice. We don't get it. That's okay. The green ones charge your shortrunners.
Yep.
Surprisingly make it. So now we need to, because I killed one, so I might not be able to get back behind my wall after fighting.
Yep.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
So interestingly here, I think there are some things that could go pretty right for Max this coming turn. The home objectives don't lock it for these players, only the center objectives do. And it looks like the Grey Knights have pushed super far forward. So we do have one 6-model Dire Avenger squad in the webway. The 10-model Dire Avenger squad is in strategic reserve, so they're going to be coming off a table edge. Obviously, they can't come off the opponent's table edge or in their deployment zone that's coming around, but the webway squad can come in anywhere. And I do wonder if we see these, if these Grey Knights charge out here onto the Shroud Runners and get a little caught out, we see the 6-model unit come back into the Grey Knight deployment zone and try to shoot this unit off the objective. And if they do so, they have the ability to be able to fire and perform actions, so they can get a retrieve battlefield data. And if they clear that objective, obviously that will be one less hold for Patrick, and it's going to be a little bit tougher. He's going to have to turn around with the unit to perform his data intercept in the future.
But that's where it will end up because you can interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. Then, yeah, these ones didn't make it, and this one is Hail Mary Insanity Charge. But we'll try it. It's probably not even happening on a 12, right? With -2 move. No, it's not even that. Okay, never mind. This is completely impossible. This is hard impossible. Good. Then we didn't get the teleport, so that didn't work. Oh yeah, these guys potentially. What's that? That's a 12, so impossible, and that is impossible, so we can only charge these. There's no point. Good. That was a charge phase. I think we forgot. We didn't forget anything. Kaldor could maybe... No, never mind. Okay, so starting out with these green Grey Knights over here. Sorry, you were saying? Green Grey Knights into your Shotrunners.
Okay.
So, how many can fight right now? 1.4. So he needs to come just a smidge forward to let this one fight. This one needs to come a bit over here. Mm-hmm. So this will be now 3 of them fighting, right?
Yep.
And that half an inch. Oh, okay. And then they would be able to get back behind.
You want the line.
One more time?
Yep.
Okay, so 3 of them fighting, so that is 10 attacks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And 3's to kill. They're dead.
Okay, they're dead. Good.
Bye, Shred Runners. You did your job well. You shot one man to death and then proceeded to prevent 3 points from being scored.
Nice. Nice. Interceptors over here, punching your scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there was 3 more dice coming for... This is 2 more guys. These as well. Good. These go out. And killing on 3s, right? So that's 6 dead.
Good. They're dead.
Yep, that's 6 dead scouts. So in our consolidation, we stand here in cover, but taking down our holding the objective. Okay, good stuff. Nemesis Dread Knight piles in here so that he can get closer to that thing, but also to the Falcon, so that he is equidistant to them. Punches the Short Runners. So we have 6 attacks on the dude. That's perfect. Rolling this, hitting on 3s, but rerolls from Kaldor. And now wounding you on 2s. So yeah, that's 4 dead bikes.
Cool.
And then we tack into this guy and the -1 to hit terrain. Interceptors go here and punch you. So now they hit on 3s. Okay, you know where they want to stand. So that is rolling all dice, and 1 more. 3, so that's hitting on and rerolling 1 for the Grandmaster nearby, and killing you on 3s. So
Do technically have 6 up saves. They have a 3 up base save.
Oh yeah, they have 3 at basic. Go for it.
So we can just go for 6. Get it. Go.
Did unfortunate. That is turn.
Yep, that is technically 3 attacks back, but the yeah, fuck it. We're not gonna do the Viper. The Falcon, we're fine. Okay. Just flip it over to my time. I'll be back in just a sec.
Okay, I'll put that on your time wheel. We are engaging for 2. And we're not data square salvaging, and you're holding 1 objective?
Yeah, it shouldn't be any primary, I think.
No. Whew.
Yeah, it is rough, chat. We do have 2 units of Dire Avengers in reserve for Eldar. Losing, I think, the Warlock bikes is going to sting the most from that turn.
So far, so good. I hope we salvage that a little bit, but let's see what happens.
But we do still have a reasonable volume of shuriken weapons sitting in the back. We do have the stratagem to fall back and shoot with the Falcon, so it's still going to be able to contribute to the fight. All the Farseers are up and running, and we also have the Mortal Wound Farseer. We were talking to Max a little bit there. I think there was an opportunity to gate or shunt a unit in the back here and go for a charge on the Farseer, but didn't end up going for that. So what can we see back from this turn? I think we're hoping for the perfect conversion from the Eldar. If they can push pretty far through and maybe knock out the 2 wounded Nemesis Dread Knights, and we see some heavy conversions from the Shuriken Catapults, we can knock out a lot of the aggression from the Grey Knights here. Obviously not everything. I think the Grandmaster Dread Knight's going to be a brutal, but essentially neuter everything in the center. There is the chance that we could knock out the Grey Knights in the back with a Dire Avenger drop. But I think Max is hoping for some good dice. If he gets the good dice, I think he can fight his way back into this game. He's got to see conversions on those Falcon shots, though. Behareth has the opportunity, maybe with some help from the Farseers, of knocking out 1 or both of the Interceptor squads in the middle, but he needs to get very lucky to do so. And then obviously we have the Wind Riders, Rangers, and Viper in the back that can contribute some shooting as well. Maybe either to the Nemesis, most likely onto the Nemesis Dread Knight, I think.
Right, sorry about that. Small family interruption. So let me roll my strength of 8. Do you want the 1 charge? Don't need 3 charges. Thank you, game. Give me something a bit better. Well, okay. Okay. Yeah. You know what?
The man takes about 6
Saves are utterly useless. Because I'm dying anyway. It literally doesn't matter. There's no survivability to be found here. I have 1 CP. Which I will spend when this Falcon falls back that I can shoot, because I do actually need to have a bit of damage. We will have Barry, 14 inches. Can he fit in between these 2? Don't think it matters too much. Yeah. But you know what, he just goes here. Here's a 2-inch shot anyway. Yeah, okay, cool. Like I said, could potentially Overwatch? No, not against the 2-up save. So it should be fine here. We do need the one really important question. We do need to arrive here. 9 inches around. Yep. Good way. I just need the 9 bubble. There we go. So yeah, we will have 6 squad. Let us see then.
Here come the Avengers. Dun dun da da. Dun dun da.
These guys here.
Going for a shot onto the interceptors
Go on
over
the same
here.
area. Cool.
This
Easy enough.
Grandmaster Nemesis Dread
this
Knight
one's
seems
gonna
very
have
difficult for this
this
Eldar
one
army
guy
to
here
deal with. I don't think the
poking around
Dire
the
Avengers is
corner
going to
with
do
the
it.
gun.
It's
Being
these
able to
short-range
grab onto
weapons.
the anti-interceptor.
Basically, you can target him with your guns, but if your range isn't phenomenal, these models are only shooting 18. He can just bounce a couple inches back, be out of range,
We can get a
and not even take the hit, and then teleport back to where he was the next turn.
Not sure how much here matters, but here we are. Here we are. If we roll the force, then I will be fine.
Yep.
Hey, is there any way that I can... Oh, over here? No, there is not. Alas, we'll just have to on the inner home quarter this turn. So Rangers will do RBD. Yep. And honestly,
So not going for the shot on the back objective here. I think the downside is that you probably get picked up by Stormbolters from the models in the back, but at least you force them to turn around and deal with you.
We need to close that stupid gap, and we need to get you here, and then you just need to be in coherency and on the objective and do the action. There we go. Is Agnes far outside of deny range? Perfect. Oh, you have denies everywhere. So then I need to be within 18 inches. So 24 is basically right over here. Can I be within 18 easily? But I wouldn't be protected over there. I could simply go over there. The 9-inch bubble from here. Protect. Oh, does a librarian fit in here? Very likely. So we should have to do this a bit further away. Just so we also block that stupid librarian. I think that ought to do it. Let me make a quick copy of him.
One more time, where are you? Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
I'm just gonna have it here and gonna have one here.
I don't want my librarian to come and visit.
Okay, so this guy would have to go a bit further back, just so we close that gap with the Libby. Guy in the front is not. I'm not gonna get over there. So if I do fall back, what angle do I need to get to this guy? I would have to fall back over there. That's not great. It's not great. What angle do I have over here? Like basically this one. So I think what we're gonna do with the Falcon is just... I can't get into dense because that stupid guy is blocking me. So I think we're just gonna go like so. Block out this corner.
A little worried about that hit. Because there's no super heavy
which we can block with the other Falcon.
melee, the Grandmaster can potentially just fall back on Servant
How much is that for?
to
Oh,
eat
sorry,
incoming
there you
shooting
go.
on a 3+ invulnerable save. And if it
Anyway,
elects
that I
not
can
to
potentially-
use
Yeah,
its
he would have
to
to
its
be a bit
redeploy in response to shooting, it can potentially heroically intervene into the
out of
Falcon.
engagement range and hide for as much as I can from Drago. Because he's a bad man. Bad man. And on the charge. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can do any better.
Just checking, you spend for fallback and shoot, right?
No, this guy's just forged back and I paid my 1 CP in order to shoot with him.
Yes,
Later.
yes.
Yeah. Just probably have to you.
Card 0 CP. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect. Cool.
Yep, like if you don't move away, look, we should have enough to at least threaten you. I do need. Ideally, I would have him here, which does give me some options. Yeah. So we're gonna put this fuss here, within 18 inches of both of the dreadnoughts. Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, her name is so correct.
Let's see whether we can finish the job. The Viper. I will not have enough CP to fire and fade, so we kind of have the question whether we want to do that. I just don't think we do. I already have this. This is less important. I'm gonna come back to this later on. Yeah. These guys are. I mean, it's kind of a make or break turn, but I don't have a good spot for them right now. Oh. yeah, we do need the additional stuff here. We're also staying away from Drago. Can I get a line for this Voss here over here? Over here, we're also staying within 18. No. So these Shuriken bikes would have to move over here. Yes, so I can do that. So this Falcon is gonna be a bit further away here. He's gonna still hold the objective, stay off the terrain, but get a bit further away. I think we ought to...
Yeah, forget you.
Yeah, basically I just want to move these guys over here.
No, yeah.
Okay, that still wouldn't work. What's the charge over there? Like a 10, 15. Yeah, what we need to do, the Voss here just needs to be further back. She just needs to be within 18 of the fourth guy. That is kind of the limit we have. Then you can just go within 18 inches of both. And still hopefully just not die to the Drago. Yeah, we'll have one guy in range there. So how do I kill it? Falcon. Probably the Falcon. So you just go here and you just go here. 16. Go here. Rangers do their thing. You can just go a bit further in the corner. And screen out that nonsense here. Oh yeah, we just have Linda here, who needs to be outside of the 9 range. I have one psychic, which I would need for Doom. So we kind of could just 18. Yeah, we will just put Linda over here. No, there's a 9 range. So we will have, yeah, press 24 from here. 24 from here, that's fine. And then a bit further over here. So let's see, you could vortex me. You could extend the, you basically need 1 CP for to extend the range. Is that worth it? I could also simply go into this corner here. And then just, now the Viper needs to move up. The Viper cannot move up. Yeah, I think we need to do the Viper. I think we need to move the Viper. Yeah, we cannot have you here. So just move him here. I think we just have to risk you getting both Vortex and Purifying Flames. With all of the denies here, pay 1 CP. You could have 2 CP for 3d6 cast, but what can we do? Okay, I think this is more important. And 18 inches is here, so we are gonna have 1 Die Avenger just staying here and keeping coherency. You just go here, and the Viper does need to move up, unfortunately. The extra damage worth anything. You don't have light cover anymore, so I might let you just be worth it. He just needs to be 2 inches outside the deployment zone, so we can just put him here. Do a bit of extra stuff. He needs to be a bit further away. So the Falcon would be in the way. He's just gonna shoot at some. These guys are super dead. And no point in going over there. The Viper would simply go further up here. And I think we will just have to do that. Yeah. Okay.
So Viper setting up for a next turn behind enemy lines. Not sure that Max is going to get it if he doesn't place his Dire Avengers down in the opponent's deployment zone this turn. Maybe hoping to save that for next turn. Not sure if he can get anything in there. I guess Behareth could drop in the back. That might be the game plan.
And these with the Rangers.
Trading your Behareth for an assassination, unfortunately, but
the RBD in this corner.
what can you do?
Have the second corner. So, let us stop Psychic. Going to start with the Voss here in the corner here. Good old Agnes. CP. Yes. Back up to 1 CP. Nice. Then we're going to do Focus Will.
Do you have to pay for movement
no,
when
failed.
rotating models? You do.
Okay.
That is how 40k works.
Linda. She's gonna do Guide. Yes. Guide will go onto the Dimensions over here. And then she's gonna do Will of Asuryani. They will likely take casualties. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Yeah.
Also on them.
Will of Asuryani. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the same unit. It's like a no-fail leadership. No-fail leadership obviously being the more important part here. Then we can just remove Murder Libis. Go away, Murder Libis. That's her done. Then we're gonna go with the other Farseer here, who is going to do Doom. Let's go ahead with Doom. So using my 6, and the second die is just the one.
Ooh.
7 on Doom.
Running low on 6s here for
that's
Max.
from
Only a
Karen.
7
That's
on
for the green one, yeah. The one
the
that is in
Doom.
range of
50-50 that would get denied.
Yeah, so you got a 7,
Oh,
and,
it's a 7, yeah.
and I will spend that CP to 3 deny it.
Yep, makes sense.
There it
You
is.
do.
Listen,
Okay, so do. Lovely. Then she's just gonna cast Smite. What will that hit?
Interestingly, I'm not sure. I guess the Doom it would be super relevant for these Wind Riders if we could place it on a Nemesis Dread Knight and then have the Wind Riders be do a ton of damage. The only units that really benefit are going to be the Wind Riders and the Dire Avengers. The vehicles, where a lot of the shooting's going to come from this turn, aren't going to get a huge buff.
They're gonna shoot everything in the Grandmaster. I'm paying 1 CP for exploding 6s.
these guys shoot into the Grandmaster.
Everything in the Grandmaster.
All right,
Yeah,
Grandmaster.
-1 to hit.
Yeah, I think you just servant this, to be honest.
Sure. Okay, give me my time. I guess I need to get out.
Yeah, interestingly, this could be a lot of damage to the Grandmaster here, but I'm not sure he goes down.
Still shoot me with the Falcon and possibly the other Falcon.
And if you servant, you get to knock the Falcon out in your opponent's turn, and then just sort of go ham. But it looks like we may be teleporting. Does have the Viper here to screen out the teleport. So this puts the Grandmaster in kind of an awkward position.
At least not one of them. Can this Falcon shoot me here?
You are still in range of the Viper, of course. You have to be
Huh.
like just further away.
Oh, my bubble was small.
Yeah.
Sorry. That makes a lot of sense.
So basically,
There's
Just-
probably the Falcons.
yeah.
It might be possible to stand just like this.
So it's interesting that the Sigil resolves as soon as the unit is targeted,
So now the
which
question
means that the Dire Avengers will still have Bladestorm active on them.
I cannot shoot and
Actually, I
yeah,
don't
cannot see
know
it.
if we
Sit
had
and do it.
Blades. Oh, we must have gotten a Fateful Divergence off.
I don't have to
Um, Which means that we will get it on the
But you don't have- yeah, so,
benefit on the Interceptors.
yes, so we could just walk in and watch it. We would walk 9 and have a number of interesting options over here. I think this is the play. Then I get this Falcon, but not this Falcon on these, and hopefully also outside of the Karen.
So don't have to deal with Sigil anymore.
It's annoying to lose
I
the
can't tell you
Black
from personal
Death.
experience. It's a big sigh of relief as soon as it gets triggered.
Guidance.
Like, yes. Now we get to play regular 40k, where we attack our opponent's models, and they stay there.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's risk it. I'll put up the 3 and 1 save. Go shoot you guys.
Oh, no. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to take the Servant of the Throne.
Let's see whether we get lucky.
Yeah. And I think we just got to dice him out here, chat.
Everything.
Oh, that was not a good reroll conversion on the Dire Avengers. They rolled no 6s on their reroll, putting 14 saves in on its Servant of the Throne. Only 3 damage going through the 3+ invulnerable save. And that is unfortunate. Yeah, I think that was the right call for Patrick. I don't know if he needed to take the risk of wasting the Sigil now. And he could use it, he could still use it in a future turn. And now that Nemesis Grandmaster could potentially eat all this damage. If it doesn't, and doesn't take too much, it's probably going to knock a Falcon down and kind of collapse this flank.
So,
That was enormous. I think Max needed Patrick to roll abysmal there.
Just shoot the Shuriken Cannon into this guy.
He survived the last time. He went to rehabilitation, got healed up, did the work, and now you're just gonna punch him back.
Now we're gonna do big guns into him. What else can we do here? Big guns into him. Shuriken Cannons into the interceptor. There's still have the redundancy of him. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So big guns into big guns into big guns.
The Grandmaster has upset aura, right? Just making sure that you know that.
Nothing into him, no. Not yet, anyway. I think we're kind of screwed, but we're gonna do the
Yeah,
big guns
yeah.
into
I think that was absolutely the right call from Patrick. I don't even know if as horrifying as that model is to deal with, I'm not even sure that Max had the attack volume to waste on it in this game, and he had to rely on killing everything else in his opponent's army, basically, and letting the Grandmaster wander around the table by himself. I think that dedicating the Dire Avenger squad, which represents so much damage from this Eldar army, into the Grandmaster is probably a mistake. But hindsight being 2020, I think when you expect your opponent to Sigil of Exigence away and they don't do it, suddenly your game plan falls on its head. What? When I target you, you're supposed to run away. What are you doing? Don't stand here.
Gonna throw him on my side. 6 shots with the Shuriken Cannon.
All right, Nemesis Dread Knight, can you go down? 4 wounds left in this guy.
Oh yeah,
Okay. 3 involves and 1 3-up.
Let's do 3-up.
Oh, down to 2.
Rolls.
Oh, makes all the invuln saves! He's just rubbing salt in the wound here. Like we said, I think Eldar needed to get a little lucky this turn. Oh my god, and it's not happening. Dread Knight. Oh, finally goes down to the Shuriken Catapult.
Gonna do Fastia into Nemesis Dread Knight. Into the Grandmaster.
What is...
The green Fastia into the...
Yes.
So here comes
I'm
Kurno's
gonna
bow.
put two 6s down.
Gonna shoot some arrows.
Last attack is a hit. Is a wound, so 5 mortals in total.
That's
That's
5
immortal.
to the Grandmaster, but he can save those.
Yeah, this is not immortal. It's just a...
Yeah, they're just 2 mortals. Like one for wounding you, and 2 for having a 6 to wound.
I got it, but the last one is... Oh yeah, I didn't. Okay, just 4 mortals. Okay.
Yeah, 6 to hit or 6 to wound. And
Okay.
one more. There's 5 in total. Like 2 of them were regular attacks. Like 2 of them I just made 6s because they're Shuriken weapon. So 6 to hit is also 6 to wound.
Yes,
And it does 1 more. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So 4 damage. Okay.
Ouch.
At least bracket
Right,
that
for that.
guy. That's
And then
something.
she's gonna battle focus for 1 inch, of course. Right. But yeah, basically, largely run out of damage here.
Big news, Karen.
Yeah, we have to shoot into the interceptors here. We can't kill the Nemesis Dreadnought, and if I don't, I just fall here, and at least I can kind of keep in the combat here. So yep, going to shoot into the interceptors. 20 shots with the bikes. 20 shots. Hitting on 3s. Reroll the 1. And wounding on 4s. Okay. The 6s AP3 and these AP1. So 1 damage.
Oh my god, these saves are so strong! Kills 1 interceptor. At least that has been consistent, I guess.
At least.
Ooh boy.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Back.
this is not the turn that Max needed. There was a universe, I think, where he could get out of this situation, but I don't think this is the one, unfortunately.
She cannot shoot.
Now we have these
that does
interceptors
leave
that could
very
potentially get a
cannot
charge in the
see
farce
these
here
people.
and make things go terribly.
Yeah,
Bohara could kill
I
2
would
units
say
here if he shoots one to death and charges another one.
so
The dream is
Barry
alive?
is just, gonna be fine here. Barry's just gonna shoot into these interceptors here. We just have to trust Barry to then kill a squad in melee. So 4 shots into them, hitting on 2.
Oh my
one
god!
wound. -2.
Chat! Are you kidding me?
Kills a guy.
Yeah. All good. stuff.
3 ones to hit for Behareth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is it for us. So Barry just
that's
charges
unfortunate.
these interceptors,
Oh,
goes
jeez.
in with an 8. It just goes here, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna go with the Avengers charging the Grandmaster.
Die Avengers charging the Grandmaster. Wow, okay.
Yep.
All right, let's go, Dire Avengers. Get him.
Uh,
Indigo with a 9.
just make sure that you... Yeah, you got it. You got it. Perfect.
Yeah. So basically, I just need to stay off the difficult ground here.
So I think they're hoping to outnumber. Oh, I guess, yeah, they have Will of Assyrian, so they're hoping to outnumber on this objective to knock that objective down. We can drop, I guess it will still drop Grey Knights to an 8-point primary and kind of lock these models down here, and especially prevent that Grandmaster from getting onto the Falcon. But this is going to hurt a little bit for those poor Dire Avengers. I'm going to get hit by a big hammer. Uh-oh. Maybe they can kill him in melee. They do have 2 attacks apiece, you know? Stranger things have happened. It'd be kind of nice if we had a Jinx on him, so it saves went through a little bit more often.
Over here. Okay. And then we will have 2 interests here. With Grandmaster, we have 5 attacks now. 5 attacks hitting on 2s, rerolling. Yeah, what can you do? We just have to try to survive. Cool.
And no Strands of Fate dice in the chamber for Max, unfortunately. He's not going to be able to magic his way out of this one.
Yeah, I have to. Otherwise, they just pick up too much over. Too much over there, and he can just turn himself to interrupt.
Max, the Falcon.
Oh, the Falcon, but yeah, of course, I only paid for the one thing. So that solves that dilemma. But yep. Cool. We're gonna start with Barry. 6 attacks into an interceptor.
All right, Barry.
Hitting on 2s with basically 6 explode for 7. Yep. 6 explode for 7 hits.
That was a roller coaster ride of a roll.
5 at -3.
So 6s. So
6 of force, yeah.
All right, Behareth. Proud of you, buddy.
And I cannot.
You're making it work.
Yeah.
Get a Cloud Strike into the opponent's deployment zone. No, we're just gonna hide.
For him, and just keep him over here.
So not getting behind enemy lines this turn.
You might as well just go behind the wall here.
But we will have a Behareth. Always trust in Behareth, you know what I'm saying?
Here. I am going to shoot.
Although sometimes he rolls 3 ones to hit in the shooting phase, which is unfortunate.
So you have OPSEC from the Grandmaster and 1 model on the
So here comes the Dire Avengers slinking onto the objective to try to steal it.
Yep. You need you to go here. Then I need you to go here, you to go here, you to go here. Okay. And for us, this guy's on the objective. I'm just gonna base you right now with the pile in. We do have 6 attacks. Sitting on 3, 3 rolling.
That's a terrible roll from the Dire Avengers. Unnecessarily bad. Just the rub-ins. Put a bunch of models on the objective to hopefully break the control. Keeps the Falcon alive. 1 model spacing the Grandmaster so you can't move.
Oh, do you want to... No, yeah, that was all the facts, right? Yeah. 5 attacks to see the creative weapon skill, by the way. No, just so rolling on 2s, 3 rolling 1s.
With the... So you're hitting with the Dread Fist or the... Yeah, great. Great. No reason to hit me. Come on.
5 administration.
5 administration, yeah. Yeah, I could just avoid the -1 by using the...
Yeah, I did. 5 administration. 5 saves.
Okay, oh, so you already wound roll. Right. Lovely. So 5 up saves. Can I get lucky? Of course not. That kills 4, which is just enough to make this absolutely horrifying. Yep. So how do I do this? You are not. Yeah, I only killed 4. That's the worst result, possible result that could have happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
the
the
absolutely
reason that
worst
4 is
result
awkward here,
that
Chad, is that it creates
I
potential
think I have
coherency
each one
problems.
with you just so I
Max
can-
needs to keep at least
yeah, what
3
you do
models
now,
on the
either way,
objective
you're gonna get the whole more here, and that honestly.
to prevent the
If I just
control
remove
of the
this side,
objective, and
okay.
the double coherency is going to make things brutal. Now, he can pull himself
Yeah,
out of
this is-
coherency and then just knock
you
himself
can
down to a
see that
5
the
model
movie,
this in the
there's no
morale
other
step,
so we have to
but
remove
it
this
is a little
photo.
bit more awkward. So he
Um,
wanted the string back here to prevent the librarian from jumping in the back and starting to mortal wound some of these characters to death, but it looks like we may just be eating it.
So yeah, you're gonna get end of turn. You're gonna get 2 for status scribe. Nothing for the hand enemy lines. You have 4 for this.
Yeah,
and
you would
this
just
one.
you would just break your own coherency and then
Um,
take the coherency check
yeah,
at the
you
end.
can fit
So
it
now we
in
have
once
plenty
you-
of space for this librarian to come down and start dropping
and also
mortal wounds.
considering it
Unfortunately,
will
these
serve
while the
so-
Farseers are very resilient against their own mortal wounds when
I'll
they
do
take
that.
perils and things,
just quick
not so
generate
much
the
against
effect,
opponents'
right?
mortal wounds. In fact, it's one of the easiest ways to kill them.
Don't do the bounce rolls. Charge roll. Yeah, just go here. A 4 and a 6. 6 will not do anything. I'll just take a second hit roll instead of the wound roll. Cool. So we just take these dice rolls here. I'll just be right back.
Don't see why he didn't put Behareth in the spot to deny librarian. I think the problem there is that Behareth's not character protected anymore, and there is a potential that he gets nailed by the Nemesis Grandmaster. The Dread Knights with the teleporters have the access to the stratagem to fall back and operate normally. So he can just spin around and turn Behareth into soup. Fight on the Move is the name of the stratagem, chat.
Nice. Okay.
Could also potentially not have thought about it. Behareth being in a central position also means he threatens more interceptor squads, and as we just saw in that fight phase,
So,
Behareth likes nothing more
should
than
we
killing
pause for a
5
second so that I can get
five
these
model interceptor
things
squads.
here, or should I just-
Did you ask a question? Sorry.
No, I just wondered if you want to pause it so that Max is back and then move it, or if I should just start.
Oh yeah, if you just want to do your movement, that's no problem. Yeah, 2 plus 3 2 wounds, 3 plus saves is Behareth's basically favorite food. Especially if you've got a couple hit rolls to explode with. That guy goes absolutely bonkers on those things.
This way you should be able to charge more.
I think Behareth may be one of the models who's most excited about the lack of Armor of Contempt in the metagame. It's like AP 2 or 3, which makes the hits on... or the -1 AP affect him pretty prodigiously. It just made his damage that much less consistent, which is really unfortunate. And especially because Behareth does so much damage over the course of a game,
Charge.
rather than just being sort of a one-hit wonder. You expect him to be forcing a lot of those saves over the course of the... So I think it may be curtains for our poor elf friends here. I do think Max had a pretty good shot at it. I wonder if the committal into the Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight was the correct play. I think if he'd gotten it, it would have been huge. He did do 7 damage, but that is a far cry from 13. Although to be fair, I'm not sure where the Dire Avengers come out where they are able to sort of profitably engage. And maybe that he could potentially have come out in his own deployment zone back here and tried to shoot this interceptor squad down. And if he does that, the only other unit back here are servitors, which obviously do not really fight well against Dire Avengers, and the normal strike squad. And the normal strike squad may be able to shoot a little bit, Maybe not if you place very cagely behind this line of sight blocker here, but they won't be able to charge, most likely. And then the Dire Avengers have an opportunity to advance forward onto the objectives and pick them up in the swing back. But also, I think Max needs the damage output to go into the other Dread Knights. He needed basically, I think, to knock out both these Dread Knights and then a bunch of the Grey Knights in the middle. And putting so many shots into the Grandmaster Dread Knight made it tough to do that. I don't think it was the wrong call. I think if he kills the Grandmaster in this situation, he's actually in a really, really good spot. But it is extremely unlikely he does so.
They do the action on the objective, obviously.
So what's your engagement range over here?
I'm sorry, where?
The interceptors.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, probably have to pull back a little bit from the Wood Riders.
Thank you. So this should be fine.
I think those charges are going to be pretty important over here, so that is going to be impactful.
You stayed in combat with the Dread Knight, obviously.
Yeah, the failed Doom certainly didn't help, and I think the Dire Avenger shot wasn't great. He had the Guide reroll. With Guide and Doom, things look great. He had the Guide reroll and Blade Storm, but he rerolled...
It should be on... Sorry, what is the question? It should be on the objective, yeah?
He rerolled no... he converted no missed attacks into 6s. So he didn't get Blade Storm, he didn't get Hail of Doom triggers, he didn't get Rending hits. Not that that mattered, but those Hail of Doom triggers means he doesn't have to roll to wound. That's huge, because you're wounding on 5s with no rerolls. And that, I think that was unfortunate too. Obviously, he could have potentially pumped through 2 or 3 more damage in there. And then I think also the Nemesis Grandmaster just rolled pretty well on its saves. I think it forced 13 or 14 wounds through, and he only took 3 from that, which isn't out of the realm of possibilities. It's only slightly above average. Yeah, if Doom had gone off, it would have been good. I agree, chat. It's just, you know, that is the, I think, the problem of relying on the Psychic phase against Grey Knights, for sure. And that's just an idiosyncrasy of the matchup, where Grey Knights are they don't have, like, you know, hardcore anti-Psyker defense, like hard, denies and you know, untargetability and things like that, like an army like Black Templars might have. But it's just so awkward to try to deal with them with psychic powers, because they have that 5+ ignore, they have the -1 or the +1 to +1 to die, excuse me,
These interceptors.
And the potential 3d6 deny, which is what we saw used there. So they just randomly, you just can't get your spells off on them, and that feels real bad.
This is a 20-inch, so that is an 8 even after movement. We need a 5. So yeah, I poke him a little bit to the side here. "12 inches. Like this. Okay, good job. Tech Marine will never make that, but yeah, Tech Marine advances. For 5, so he moves 9. Can come on the other side here. Like this. Is he in deny range here?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? I don't want that. I just keep him back here. It's kind of irrelevant, but hopefully he is. Ha! Okay. Cool. He just stays here. He just stays here, and can even go a little bit this way. Cool. Yeah, these guys were supposed to be like. Is this blocking the Dire Avengers here for the corner, or do you need further out?
I mean, the Dire Avengers could come in from this angle, this side here.
Yeah, but now they come in. Yeah. So I guess we just accept that and stay on the cover. They do the action, of course. These guys moved here, so we move up here. Bahar is all the way in the back there. So 12 inches movement. One of them can hit on the terrain for shooting. Good, that's acceptable. Okay, so this librarian comes in at the end of the phase to be equidistant from this Farseer and Baharot and can see him. And as soon as these guys will be dead, I'll have the closest target as potentially Baharot for Psychic. So that means that we will start the Psychic phase. Start that with trying to get a command point on the 6 from the Tech Marine.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy. That was good job. You did it. It might be in the next list. We cast. We spend the CP immediately for extending the range of the spells for the Librarian.
Yep.
And now we have plus 6 inches range, and we cast Purifying Flame.
Yep.
Goes off on a 6.
So trying to deny with the Warlock, the Farseer in the back. It fails. That would kill them.
They are dead. And then we
No,
cast.
wait, hold on. Just think about it.
May see a reroll
I'm gonna
here.
reroll this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
They are dead. We get 5 points, and now we cast Vortex and Bahar.
Sure.
Doesn't go off. See, sad story. Good. Or something. The Dreadmeister.
He fell back.
Yes, exactly. Kalor casts.
That Children of
Empiric
Prophecy is
Amplification.
badass, Chad, for sure.
Yep.
Nice and nice.
Nope.
Nope. Go off. No Empiric Amplification. And now we cast Gate of Infinity on 11.
We might as well try the knife, but we get a 6. Double 6. Nope, we do not. Go.
No deny. So where do we gate you? We could try to gate them back here. Is there enough space for that? Let me just check it. So now we have only the white bubble here, and we have
The red bubble here. Still not inches over here.
so it's possible to gate them back there. Not color as well, just these guys. Good.
Yep.
So standing around the Aquarian, so it'll be 9-inch charge for Baharot. I put one of them so that that Baharot is the closest visible. That guy tries to smite Baharot. Doesn't get it. Good job, guys. Okay, so then the Nemesis Dread Knight over here casts. No, we can
Hit
try.
on Bahareth would have been brutal. Essentially, phase capped him. It makes the kill much easier. You could even try it with the Interceptors if they take that long celerity charge.
Another story, maybe more interesting. It goes off.
Goes off.
You did, yeah, okay, goes off, good. And then the Interceptors cast the Precognition thing on Baharot.
Okay.
On a 6.
Trying to deny with the Farseer. Nope, goes off.
Oh, when he moves, he might take mortal wounds.
Yep.
Lastly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is cast, doesn't cast, everything is there, here, done. They cannot see anything because this is an invisible, perfect. Okay, so that is Psychic. So then we do a bunch of shooting.
Yep.
The guys that can, oh yeah, she doesn't scream, right? But this one does, so they cannot shoot him because it's Psychic and not shooting. So they shoot all of their guns into Agnes.
Yep.
So I'm not sure how many are in rapid fire range. Everybody except one. So that is 18 shots. Ugh. Oh well. 6 saves, please.
Sure. Down to 1.
Okay. Cool. Then my Librarian.
Yep.
Shoots his gun. He normally has the fusion, the melter gun, but that should be out of range. So just rapid fire bolt gun for 4 shots.
Yeah, you're in range.
And I think it's 3s. So 1 save.
Up to the yep, she's live.
Yeah. All good.
That was always meant to be
4
2
shots from these interceptors.
That didn't matter.
Okay.
It's fine.
See, now she's tanking the world. Cool. That means that we need to do something else. So the Grandmaster over here puts all of his guns into the Dire Avengers.
Okay.
Starting off with the good ones. And he doesn't have... what does he have? No, this guy has 2 rerolls. So no rerolls to hit, so he hits on force. 8 shots. Oh, okay, 1.
It's fine.
Small shots.
Just 4.
Okay.
It's properly 3 and 1. Okay.
Good. I can see this one here, right?
Yeah. 3 and there we are.
Cool. So these guys, the guys that can see here, 3 of them shoot into your Dire Avengers, so that's 6 shots. Just go out and so 2 saves. Sorry, I didn't want to roll this. 2 saves, please.
2 saves on 3 up. 4 up. You're fine.
Yeah, fine. Right. Okay, so that means that we put the big shots from this Nemesis Dread Knight into your Wind Riders, and we put the small shots into your Dire Avengers.
Yeah, sure.
Big shots. And he has the Grandmaster buff here over here, so he rerolls these.
Yep.
Nice, and wounding you on 2s.
All up. That's it.
Die only. And 12 shots into your Dire Avengers.
Yep.
And freeze at -1.
Yep.
That wipes him.
Yep.
Excellent. Kaldor shoots into your bikes.
Unfortunate.
Range.
Dire Avengers went down. Their sacrifice was ended up being, I guess, kind of in vain. They denied the scoring for a turn.
Both hit. 2 wounds and 1.
First up.
Kaldor into the bikes.
Okay. So -1. Doesn't matter. Just 2 of them.
Yes, that's 2 of them.
Yep.
Next. So these guys cannot see anything. They cannot shoot. They cannot shoot. Yeah, I think that is the shooting phase. I'll charge you with this Dread Knight into your Falcon. And is this too far? Yeah, that is 1 step too far. So he goes in there. He goes for an 8. So that is basically. Let's just not turn him wide. Like this. Yeah, he could turn a little bit so that he can try to touch the ladies over there.
Yep.
Cool. This Dread Knight charges your Falcon.
Can he fall back and charge for the 1 CP?
Yes.
Oh. Well, lovely. What do I have to play 2?
He has a teleporter. The teleporter is now free. Space Marines are cool.
Okay.
So, here, he's here. For Kaldor, this is like an 11, and this is 9, so he goes for the 9-inch charge on Falcon. Doesn't make it. The interceptors over here charge Karen. 2 of them. Make it on the 7. They would like to not get punched by Baharod. Could you check quickly? And stay outside the bike as well. But,
Yeah, for
not
sure.
sure. I mean, I can declare the bike as
Yeah.
Interceptors. Karen is far. Doesn't really help me. So interceptors charge the Viper and the Falcon.
Yep.
The purple ones. So 4 and 4, 6. That. And these interceptors. Yeah, why not? They charge that Viper as well.
Yep.
Get a 9.
And there we go.
Here they go. That is 6 inches, so that is possible. But you have OBSEC on here. Yeah, you have sniper. No, the snipers are not on the thing. Is that on purpose?
I'm not holding any other objective, literally doesn't matter.
So 9 inches here.
I
Okay.
believe they are supposed to be on the
do
objective,
some-
but I don't think
no,
it makes a
these guys,
difference.
of course, they try to.
Because I think they were performing the action.
It's just a minute. Wait, if you press F3, suddenly we make this kind of thing. We try to charge.
I'm entirely sure what's going on over here.
August.
These random weird fields we're creating.
Nope, that's a big old nothing, and the Barbarian is boxed in. Okay, fight phase. You don't have interrupts, right? So, so that means that we punch with the Grandmaster with the hammer into the Falcon.
Yep.
All right, Falcon.
We still have.
We just need to blow up.
5
And take this
attacks
Grandmaster
and
with you. That's the game plan now. Let's go.
-1.
Yeah, on force, right? Oh, no, sorry, your ballistic shield, weapons too. Yeah, okay. Cool.
And wounded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Killed him.
Yeah,
Lovely.
the weapons or ballistic skill.
He does not. Off you go.
Weapon skill doesn't change for the Dread Knights, I guess theoretically, because it's the guy in the cockpit who's actually doing the fighting.
And then this Dread Knight over here.
The other plan was a little bit to get lucky. This matchup was unfortunately extremely difficult for Eldar, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
They just base both of them.
Mhm.
Time. It's just 6 attacks. The color doesn't matter. And now we are wounding you on 3. Okay. So 2
Well.
saves.
6 damage.
2 damage. Something.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Patrick is going to be okay
okay.
on time, chat. I don't think we're going to have time
Dread
issues
Knight
today.
forward, so-
We do have 6 Dire Avengers to worry about, but I think that we are getting very quickly to the point where Patrick can potentially win the game on passive scoring.
Cool.
And yep, this many saves at -3, I think in this case.
Is it -3?
No, -3.
So 6s. Hey, yes, everyone. So 3d6. Down to 1 wound.
Okay, cool. 2 interceptors into your Falcon.
Yep.
And then we have still, you know what? I put all the like 3 interceptors.
Force goes to get closer to him. So he
Three.
basically, yeah. He can
3
stop, but
3 of them in the Falcon. So I have like this, and then we have 1 into the Viper.
Yep.
We have a leader there. Yes, 1. So that's 10 attacks.
Mhm.
And we roll all dice. We do these, and then we try to get. Okay, cool. -3.
super dead. Doesn't blow.
Falcon.
Oh!
Cool. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Get a Viper
On your
explosion.
the teal interceptors.
Oh no, the Falcon
take 3.
explodes. Unfortunately,
Okay,
I
one
only
dice.
hit Barry.
Here's a guard. On the purple interceptors, you take 3. Kill the guy. On the Falcon, we take 2.
That was on the Grandmaster, or no, Nimbus Dread Knight.
Sorry. So far, we killed 1 interceptor of each squad so far.
So 1 here.
Then the Dread Knight. Dread Knight takes 2. Just take 2.
And
Oh yeah.
okay.
Mention it a little bit
takes
backwards.
one,
there.
yep.
The Viper
The
took 2
Force Shield
damage
take
from the Falcon exploding.
3.
Oh no! Oh no! Not
well,
like
of
this,
course.
chat.
Takes 2.
Lovely.
Oh my god,
the
that's
other
unfortunate.
interceptors.
The explosion is funny,
3.
but it just ruined this Eldar backline. Oh,
And
this
right
is
up.
disgusting.
Is dead.
That was
Cool. I think that's everything. Lovely.
cool. So that's the
Yikes.
3 attacks into the Viper from the purple guys that were just swinging. 2 hits. And toughness, right, so no wounds. No, toughness 5, 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound. Oh, sorry. Failed to roll 3 of them, so just extra damage.
Cool.
Yep.
So, this guy's dead. These other ones have lost a bunch of people, so we're not doing these sort of fancy things here. They just go and stand in cover and punch here. Your wiper. So they don't have a leader, so just 12 casual attacks.
All right,
So
let's
3
see the
minus
Viper
3.
also explode. Get him.
Oh, sorry, T5S2. This that. This blow up.
Okay.
It does not. Off we go.
Yep. So I think that is my turn.
Go. Farseer hits you back on the interceptor. Hits on 2s. 1 hit. Runs on 2s. There we are. 1 at -1. He's dead.
Hey, good
Cute.
job, Farseer.
Yep, sure. Nothing else is live, so that's fine. Yeah. Cool. So, start my turn. I heard nothing. We just go ahead with Barry. Just gonna get some no prisoner points, then call it a day. So
Yeah, let's see.
there's
Let's
no
see
way
this
for Agnes.
Farseer solo a Nemesis Dread Knight. It is the Bow of Kurnos Farseer, so it has like actually sort of prodigious potential damage output.
I'm down to like 5 minutes. She's just going over here. I cannot score RBD. Nope.
Max,
Crap.
do you want to check if Harry stumbles over his shoelaces while walking?
Oh, sorry,
Fatal recognition. You need to roll for fatal recognition. On the 4 happy takes D3 more wounds.
yeah, sure. Right. So 4 up. Nope.
So he's
Look at
He's
that.
fine. He's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna hold an objective, so we might as well just get the range.
It's a 2-attack Farseer that can do 6 mortal wounds in the shooting phase and another 9 in the psychic phase.
Can just teleport after me. So we might
Can basically like
just get a smite up.
it's close to like being able to basically kill this librarian through the interceptor squad if it rolls all its damage.
Grandmaster is still there. Let me just get 9 bubble on him. Wait. Need to slightly reform this. Curse these oval bases. So nah, with a 9. Probably not. Take a quick look here.
I think it fits.
Oh wait, we can see. Basically just about scoring some points here. That really just a question. Because why concede? I have nothing better to do this morning. Absolutely nothing better. So,
Max
wait.
determined to play it out to the bitter end. I appreciate that. You know, who knows? Maybe
No
he
idea
rolls literally
what's
nothing but
going on
6s
here.
and his opponent rolls nothing but 1s for the rest of the game. Stranger things have certainly happened.
ever. 8.9 has to go a bit.
We are on top of Battle Round 3, by the way, chat, for those not keeping track. It's a little bit tough on the scoreboard because Max did get blanked out on primary last turn.
Oh yeah, that actually very likely fit. Only question is, can I, if I do that...
Yeah, Green Knights can save the mortals on 5s,
That's
but
also fine.
if we just assume that they won't, everything's fine.
Get from them.
You know? They'll just roll no 5-ups.
That is the most I can get. We can get 3 more for behind enemy lines. Yeah, we can get nothing for data scry. So you go here, judge him. Why not, really? So, cool. Let's go in. So they're gonna do RBD in this quarter. Then we're gonna go ahead with a psychic phase. It's going to be White Agnes here. She is gonna start with. We don't need CP. Can you just flip the turn over for CP? There we go. We don't need CP where we are going, but we're. Nah, I don't need Doom. Damn you to hell. I'm gonna go. Start with a smite from Agnes. You cast it with a stick. You're basically.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to know for everything here, so it's denied. Good stuff, Agnes.
Yes.
Then she is not gonna cast Guide, she is simply going to cast Focus Will. Goes up on 11.
You got it. I mean, I can try. Right?
Yeah,
I don't.
You've more same, roughly same, just go ahead. Nope. Focus Will goes on to Green Karen. Green Karen is actually gonna do Linda first. Linda is going to cast Smite. No. She is going to cast Guide. No. We're going to go ahead with her. She is going to cast Smite. Goes off with, what is it, 6, plus 2 is an 8. Yeah.
Goes through.
Might on the interceptors. Gonna do 3 mortals.
And we take all of them.
All right, step 1 of the
Perfect.
plans are
Then we're
good.
gonna go to executioner.
See,
Gonna
no
put
5 up
6
so
down
far,
with it.
chat.
The other die will be a 5, so 13. On the
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Got it.
so D3 on the interceptor.
Show me.
No,
Just the
only
one.
got
Can
the
we kill
1
that?
on the executioner.
Yes.
Could have
Second
gotten
die
the
will
extra
be
D3, but
a
we
2.
didn't do it.
Okay, we can one more guy.
Oh, we
There.
did do it.
One
Oh,
and
yeah,
a
because
half.
we did 3 on the first one. Hey, there it is.
And a half.
We're up to 5
Um,
mortal wounds from the from Karen over here.
Okay. Then. Oh, sorry. She just turns herself a bit just so she can see a bit better. We're gonna go into shooting. We're gonna get all of you. Pistol. Interceptor. Fails. Shit. Fascia. Interceptors. 4 shots. It's on 2s. Hey. What's on a 4? 2 at -3 on the interceptors.
Okay.
Takes 2
Yeah.
damage. Stacking up, there's no prisoner point. Kill for the 3rd time. Going to do 5 shots with the rangers into those interceptors.
Ooh.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling. Can I get that on the wound roll, please?
Ah, you got those guys. Okay.
Yeah, 3 wounds -1 and 1 mortal. Takes 2 damage.
And 2 damage.
Takes 2 damage. Screw it. I'm gonna make you work for it. 6-inch battle focus. There we go. That's the stuff legends are made of.
Get off the objective, man.
Yeah, like basically I misplayed my first turn by not going all in enough and just reserving the Avengers. That's pretty much what I did wrong. And then I didn't roll well enough to get back in. The Avengers shoot into the Grandmaster.
I'm just glad that you did something wrong and I did nothing right.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, the blue guys here shooting into the Grandmaster here.
They are shooting. Do they have anything else to shoot?
They have nothing else to shoot now.
Sigil
And you
that
shot,
guy.
you shot here already, right?
We still have the Mortal Wound pistol.
Oh, you still have the Mortal Wound pistol, but you have 4 cores actually saved up. Interesting. No, then we'll...
Yeah, Sigil the servant's been used, but the Sigil was still active, so get that guy out of there. See ya.
So, then we are going to go... Yep, there's nothing to shoot. Then we're just going to do Mortal Wounds into the Libby. Yep. Cue that Libby. Is going to be... I'm gonna put the 2 mortals down. And then 1 more shot. 6 mortals.
Okay.
That is not... Okay, yeah, I can do it for you here. All of these? No, how many dice is all of these? Okay, let's go. Ha.
Okay.
Plan have your opponent not
That's
roll any
fine.
5 ups has failed. Unfortunately, Librarian takes 2 out of 6 damage from that. Sad.
That's on 2s.
Could have been good.
Wounds on 3s. 2 wounds -2.
5s.
Here's a guy. Lovely. Cool. That brings us to charges. Barry charges. I could potentially die. Matter too much. Nah, it would be worth 3 CP. We're gonna start over here. The Fossiers 1.5. Did it anyway. Fossiers are gonna charge interceptors. So Fossie on foot with a 6 goes in. Fossie on bike goes in with a 10. It's going edge away. Then we charge. Gonna hope for leadership and them, I guess. And then we're gonna charge Barry into the other interceptors. There we go. Does he take mortals? He does not. He's perfectly fine. Kill.
Sure.
There are my
He's too
chances.
dodgy
Then
for
we're
that
gonna
fate
go
of,
ahead with Barry.
precognition.
6 attacks into them. No, turn the fate dice. So they're hitting at 2, 7 hits,
+1.
and wounds on 3s. 4 wounds. 6 up. Yeah, okay. And then Barry just jumps over here. Just gets me my points for beyond enemy lines.
Okay, I guess that was. I'm sorry. I mean, he was really nice last time around. He just murdered a squad reliably, like a clockwork. But this was kind of weird.
Yeah, it actually is a normal move. So on a 4+, that takes him. He still doesn't kill. Going to start with the Fossey on bike. 2 attacks into the interceptor. Hits on 2s. Wounds on 2s. 2 at -1. He kills them. Fantastic. Kill, and we're just gonna take this one here to do nothing. Good. That will be it for my turn. I do score 3 for behind the lines. I do get the 8 on battlefield data. And we can just check how much we're on. No prisoners, but yeah, probably not. We have 1, 2, 3. So it should be like a 6 points or so. For no prisoners. Something like that. But yeah, we can just turn over to you.
Okay.
A roll my front of 8 dice.
Cool. We get
A valiant effort from the Eldari here, but I think yeah, now we start seeing the 12s tick up for Grey Knights. And our Nemesis Grandmaster's sitting in the back here ready to burn down some Farseers to take up that assassination score as well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a long sword at this point, but you know, might as well. Might as well. We could focus there, yeah.
Nice. Here, this is basically, yeah, so we're good with that. We cannot give any buffs out here right now, so I guess, yeah, Kaldor just awkwardly looks around and like, what is he going to do?
Yep.
Cool.
All my friends have gone.
Interceptor.
Come back,
goes
friends.
Here. We have somebody there, we have somebody there, we have somebody there. Everything's good, and then so 12 inches up here.
Yep.
Trying to find a point from which the Farseer is the closest target. She can see this because you came around to shoot with your nose, so that should be fine. Or he can see that. We go a little bit further away, so that just inside 24 for the. I'm still on the objective and see you. Nice. Yeah, you know what? I just go here. This is way more. There's no need to get shot now, and you can keep that objective. This one, you don't have anything in the track. No, you don't. Here we do, of course, the action with the Tech Marine, and now we can go over here to do interesting things to Baharot.
Yep.
I think they can all see him.
Sure, should be fun. Yep.
These guys are holding that objective. I don't need this one necessarily. I really want to see Baharot dead, and I don't quite get enough. Roshi, I get 4 inches out of this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a bunch can see, and this guy is still on the objective. Excellent. These guys advance. Why not? 4. What did I roll? There we go. Hold that thing. Standing on that. This guy walked here. Okay, cool. Psychic. The brother Tech Marine does an action, so he doesn't get any psychic. Grey Knights over here cast Smite into Baharot. Get it on a 7. He takes 1.
Down to 3.
Second unit of Grey Knights casts Smite into Baharot. Get it on 7. He takes. Okay, so that's the top max 3. Excellent. Murder Librarian casts spends 1 CP for 3d6 casts and casts Vortex into Karen.
Yep.
On a 10.
So close.
Cool, so they're both dead. Then he casts. Then he casts Smite into Linda.
Cool.
Smite. Okay. These 3 models.
T6 plus 1 mortals on them.
Yeah, I can just pick the 1, right? So then we have a 7. Just a normal smite. Just a normal smite. You can deny it if you want to.
Yeah, sure. So, yep. It's
Okay.
enough.
Off, excellent. Cool. Caldera casts Gate of Affinity.
Yep.
Deny.
We will just try to deny.
Go nuts.
Offensive. Like, you're not gonna time out. Clock doesn't matter. I'm gonna spend my GP here
Okay.
for the reroll. Just the potential deny you. Nope. So you will get the teleport assault points.
Yes, exactly. So he
Yeah.
is on the table on the same spot
Yeah.
where he stands before.
Hops a tiny bit.
So exactly, so he stands in the same spot where he was, but teleported. Really important to teleport over here. Cool. So then these interceptors cast smite the purple ones into Linda.
Yeah. Third smite now? Or is it fourth?
That is 4th. So we need it doesn't go off.
No.
Excellent. And what are the other interceptors doing? Yeah, sure. Why not? Ethereal castigation, because that's the only thing that can possibly go off. On the 6th. Doesn't in Linda, just to add insult to injury here, really. Cool. I shoot you with Librarian can shoot the fusion. Yes, he shoots the fusion gun into Linda because he's an asshole.
Yeah. Why not?
He hits. He wounds. Linda, what's gonna be?
Takes 2.
She takes 4 damage.
Oh, so it's a melt again. Yep.
Sorry, I said fusion. Just coming
Yeah.
from
Sorry, that was...
these Grey Knights shoot Barry. Oh, do you reroll the number? Grey
you
Knights.
can roll both squads together if you like. They have no other target.
Yeah, I know, but no, I just did them like this.
Yep. Force.
Okay.
2 ups. It's fine.
He's fine.
Mhm.
He's making this interesting.
Not really, but...
Baharot, come on.
Yeah, might as well just spend it on the direction. So 2. Fine. Baharu! Go.
Cool. Baharot. Nice. Cool. Then the interceptors over here, small unit into Linda. Or actually, I would like to kill them with the teleporter. So Nemesis Red Knight shoots all his guns into Linda.
He can't yet because you have to kill the rangers first. But at Red Knight.
Yeah. Okay, so bolters, all the bolters into those guys.
Yep.
So we get 60 shots. Correct.
Yeah. You only have 3 guys left in field.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot both units together.
Oh yeah. Oh, done. 3s, 5s. They are alive. 2 are alive, rather.
Exactly. Only 2. So, cool. Big shots into Linda, small shots into Rangers from the Dread Knights. Big shots into Linda. 3 saves, please. She's alive.
She's alive.
And small shots.
Okay. Yeah,
One.
these last 2 guys still get cover from the obstacle hill, so they have a 3 up save. At -1 becomes a 4 up. Let's see whether they're going to be heroes I need. 4 up. They're doing well so far. So 1 more. 1 is dead. Last one. No.
Sure.
So close to surviving. How about?
Cool. Excellent. So then we did that. That was all the guns, I think. So let's do some charges.
Yep.
People just walk into her. He attempts a 12-inch charge onto her.
Yeah.
It's really just a desperate love story that's unfolding there. He just couldn't escalate. No, 9, but still not quite enough. The green people charge Baharot.
Yep.
These ones. You cannot interrupt, right? No.
I cannot net. I'm simply hoping for a resurrection. That's really it.
Yes.
If I can get a 4 up, then I can get 3 more points, maybe a 4th point.
The other green people charge Baharot.
Yep.
I think to be dead. So that's a 7.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you okay. 7 comes to 5.
Yes. Was that maybe I was too hasty there?
Yeah.
But with a 5, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not exactly sure where I stood. Sorry. Like, do you want? Like, maybe this was out.
I don't know as well.
No, I
Like-
think this was. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. So they're not in. Can't have been at all. And here, that's it. So let's swing the interesting swings, like all the swings into Linda. I just roll them together. So that is 1, 2, 3, 10 attacks.
Huh?
No, 3 more. What am I saying?
10 attacks plus 3 more. Plus 4 more, so 14. There's a trusty card there. For a couple. So
Yeah,
more.
already counted in. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1
Oh,
is 13.
sorry, you didn't have a other trusty card. Okay, so yeah, cool.
And
Okay.
size really.
Okay, I need to make 2 4-ups. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Yes, and we shall also save the other 2. Linda's alive.
She is alive.
Incredible.
Alive.
Amazing. Cool. Let's see if this continues with Baharot. Piling in, standing on head.
I appreciate Max's
time it's,
dogged pursuit of no prisoners points right here. He's gonna get those no prisoners points whether his opponent likes it or not.
3s and 3s. I can make all of them. No, he doesn't. Cool. Let's go to the interesting question. Play my last CP for resurrection. On a 4+. Dum 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 dum.
Hey,
He's alive! He's alive!
Mahareth is back.
Inch away from you.
doesn't
He
bleed.
has D3 wounds remaining. He has 1 wound remaining. That's all. That's all Barry needs.
Does he bleed assassination when he dies?
No, assassination just checks whether stuff is dead at the end.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, we're not supposed to hide him. Like, it's just about getting an extra no prisoner point, basically. So, Linda strikes back, 2 attacks into the purple Justica. 2 attacks, hits on 2s, wounds on 2s, 2 wounds, AP 1. Oh, sorry, yeah, one hit roll, that's fine.
Where are you? Whoops.
2 4-ups,
cannot- Yeah, I cannot touch the dice right now. Trevi is at 99. Oh, okay. Now here we go.
Ha!
So
He's slain, the beast is slain.
so
We might get lucky with a smite kill 1 more, but besides that, yeah, my turn is pretty simple. My turn is quintessentially just walking around this wall into cover, so that we minimize the like we want to see this one guy here, and not the other, just so we can charge it without Overwatch. There's no point killing attack moon, he doesn't get me any points. Cool. So, yep, Linda's just gonna smite. With a 6, why not?
nope.
No. Fun, and she's gonna do nothing else, that's fine. We have Barry shooting 4 attacks into the pesky intercessorship. Hits on the 2. Yep. Yep. Okay, whatever the hell is that. Okay. 4 shots, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 3s. 4 wounds, AP2.
5s.
Mahareth, calm down, my guy.
Yeah, I don't have a charge.
Oh my god.
What's the charge here?
Let's
That one honestly we might as well just try to maximize our points here. Oh, sorry, this does nothing for me anymore. Yeah, there's no way I can get over there. That's fine. You already maxed that. There's no way I can get points from them. So that's fine. So she's just starting combat. Literally the only question is whether Barry wants to try for a charge into these grenades, try to get me a bit more. Let's see. I'm gonna go for it. 2. Need an 8. Are you ready? It's a 5. Spending my last CP for a reroll.
Oh,
There.
Barry, no.
Okay, go.
Let's see if he runs. 5, so he lost 4, so he's out of here. I could re-roll that, I guess.
Oh no,
I can-
Barry charged this unit here to try to maximize the. Oh yeah, he runs. Of course. This does actually put us really close. Let's see whether Linda survives the combat phase. If you click over to switch command phase, I will have 1 more TP, which I'm gonna spend for Linda here to be -1 to hit, because why not?
-1 to hit. Okay, so you take 9 attacks.
Yep. Ha! Pays off. Okay, my girl. Double 4 up.
You're forced.
Oh, no!
So close.
No.
So close. Up she goes. Cool. And then next turn you just get Barry. Turn on my turn, I'll still skill 3 points here. And I will basically have... You give up 9 points. Can we just quickly do this? You can just do your stuff. I just count no prisoner points.
Do you want me to go and kill Barry, or should I just...
I mean, he's dead. Let's accept reality here. He's dead.
He is dead, yes.
So, yeah.
So it looks like we're going to tally up for a final score there. If anybody has any questions for the players, go ahead and throw them in.
Yeah, 1 more squad here. I mean, at least it's easy for Grey Knights. But yeah, essentially what I needed to do, the problem was with the redeploy. The play just going for this squad here, that was the only thing I could do, because on this map, on this mission, I can't win a passive game against you, because you get an automatic 15 teleport assault, essentially. So I can't beat you in secondaries, and I can't beat you in primaries. So, essentially, because you deployed so aggressively here, that was the only chance I had. With me being the idiot that I am, I needed the big squad here to kill something. And I also needed the other squad in the Falcon. So basically, I just needed to put everything here into the squad to force the Grandmaster to hop back, reliably kill the other one, reliably kill the intercessors that jumped out. That was the only chance I had, essentially, because that matchup is so lopsided. So if I had killed the maybe forced the Sigil or either Servant out on the big man, killed the second killed the second guy here, and killed the two squads that jumped out, I would have been realistically in a spot where I could do it. But I didn't go aggressive enough. I kind of half committed. I expected you to redeploy your units further back, which is why I didn't expect you to go so aggressive, which is why I put the stuff into strategic reserve that I put into strategic reserve. But that was a gamble that didn't pay off. And then it just came down to, if I put the 10 die advances into reserve, I would have needed to put them into deep strike, because coming in here was a nice gamble for to maybe force a Sigil, but I needed him here to clear this Dread Knight. That would have been a far better play, and then just try to block this guy. But alas, that is what I did wrong. But I mean, the primary score is just what happens on data squad if the kill game doesn't go wrong. It's just such a brutal mission for that, especially if one objective is quasi open. So that's really it from my perspective.
Okay.
So let me just quickly see. I think that is 7 points for no prisoners, and that will be that. So I'll be back in just 1 second. You can just go ahead talking and answering questions. I'll be back in just a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, GG. Patrick,
Thank
congratulations on taking it down. I think definitely a couple turns there did look pretty dicey.
Yeah.
If the Eldar got the dice that they needed, could potentially have cracked through the Dread Knights and make things interesting.
It's always interesting with the dice, right? Like the things you count for that in your head or not. Like getting 3 like consistently psychic fate dice is like
Yeah.
it's a nice thing. Like it's not something that you can count on playing Eldar.
Right.
Sometimes you just don't get any, and I was like, so that is nice.
Yeah, it did feel like it swapped pretty wildly between. It was either all psychic dice or all hit dice. So it was either all the spells go off or the mortal wound bow turns on.
No, exactly. And I mean, the Dread Knight surviving on 1 wound was of course nice. That was a bit of a luxury there, and then getting back healed back up. On the other hand, yeah, it's scary. It's always scary to leave your Grandmaster standing there getting the shuriken shots, but on the other hand, that's why he has the 3+, so it forced people to commit something real before you shunt, at least somewhere. So yeah, I think that was a good call to leave him there.
Yeah,
this
I
is
was wondering if that was a decision you would make when you started measuring the teleport for him.
Yeah.
And I think the math certainly says that he without the doom on him, he most likely doesn't die there, and then he just kind of like crushes the whole flank, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, which is basically what happened, assuming that the servant doesn't fail you.
Yes, like that's nice. That's the nice thing about this guy, that he, like, you undercommit, then he stays. You overcommit, then he's like bye bye. So that's cool. The list, Max list is brutal. I mean, we've seen what he's done to the poor Hive Tyrant there in the last game around. Like, if there's an opening somewhere, it's going to get exploited, and yeah, that is scary.
Yeah, for sure. We did have a question for you, specifically about the Nemesis Dread Knight, and why you picked the Great Hammer over the sword.
Oh yeah, I mean, the hammer is, of course, like, I mean, it doesn't hit as reliably, but if you hit on 2s anyways, then the -1 is something that can more easily absorb. And the thing is that oftentimes he does, because he can shunt and jump somewhere, get into something like a tank or something, and it's nice to just be able to take the Falcon off the table. So it's also the cheaper weapon. I don't really like the sword, because having AP 4 on the hammer is really nice, and the flat 3 damage. I mean, the other reason is that I sort of, in my head, of course, imagine him going into like some sort of Terminators or something. And it's also something psychological. Like, having guns that are 3 damage and then something, and just going minimum damage is 4, so your Terminators die on every unsaved wound, is something that, like, sometimes you play against someone and they take these, and everyone that goes through removes the Terminator, and that's the moment when you win the game, because at that point they break a little bit. It's just like a psychological thing. Like, it is a hammer, right? It is a giant freaking hammer that smashes people. So I don't think that's to be underestimated. Like, that's an actual thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Ordo Malleus, right? So you have to have the mallet of the Malleus in there. Yeah, I gotcha. Do you have any thoughts on swapping Drago for Castellan Crow and another strike squad?
Another excellent question. Like, in the new list that I am sort of playing around with, I want to find a place to get Castellan Crow in, because he's just sort of criminally undercosted. Mm-hmm. The difficult part with that in Grey Knights is always that you also want your... you need to have the 3 units to redeploy. There's no point in writing a list that doesn't have to redeploy. So you need some sort of non-named character to put that on. Then, if you have a name, like, you need the upgrade on the Grandmaster, so that one doesn't have to for something like pulsing out OBSEC, like now on the Tech Marine. I also would like, if I could, to get the possibility to shoot on things that come in from Deep Strike, or to ignore Overwatch, or to get an Overwatch. All of these upgrades is something I would buy if I would have space on characters. So that is one of the reasons why Crow isn't in there. I don't like to take away Drago, because he gives the rerolling ones to hit Aura, and the Grandmaster Dread Knight is normally somewhere else where he doesn't really give that Aura out. So it's a risky play. Right now, I'm looking at taking away the Tech Marine and getting Crow in, and then maybe even adding another Nemesis Dread Knight and taking away a unit of normal strike squads and maybe the Servitors to make it just fit with the points. Mm-hmm. But then you have to maybe lose the swords on the Dread Knights. It's like, it's a trade-off. There's not really any sort of straight-up better. It's sort of a little bit what you prefer in the given case. And I think then there's a really interesting place for experimenting now with the heavy weapon teams that come in, and maybe can deep strike and just shoot a whole lot of guns, and maybe pop the stratagem there for getting +1 strength and AP on their shots, and then you would have potentially 4 times, so 24 shots coming in from deep strike for like a purgation squad or whatever they call it. Like, so yeah, there's yes, but absolutely, like Castellan Crow is awesome. Also, his model just amazing.
I know, yeah. The new Crow model is gorgeous for sure. Big old centerpiece guy.
Yes. No, totally. Excellent question.
Yeah. Cool.
No, yeah. For Max, are you back? I heard something. Maybe not. I think your analysis of the game is correct for the most part. like from my perspective, what this map looks like is you have this huge section here, where 2 objectives are basically, in a sense, belonging to the blue player, right? Because you can walk in here, you have this nice line of sight breaking piece. So if you set up in this place, it's really hard to dislodge you. If I set up in this area, it's hard to get me out here. So in that sense, I played with the idea of playing a very defensive game and saying, okay, I stand here, hold 3 objectives, put down banners, cast like Purifying Ritual, and sort of just try to outscore you. But I mean, that's exactly what your list wants to play against, because then it has all the agency in the world to fight little nooks and cracks and just jump in with pulse lasers or shuriken. So, like, deploying this aggressively and saying, hey, you know what, I take this side of the table, and now you need to either fight me here right away, or you can try to swap to this place, but that is not nice for you, because now I can come and you get lots of bolter shots and interceptors into the face. So yeah, that was sort of the plan here. We did run a test game with a friend, so call out to Nico for that, where he played Eldar and just in his redeploy, we deployed going first everything in this corner and just moved and crushed this part of the table, and suddenly my interceptors here faltered, and that went really poorly. So sometimes it's not the small adjustments, but sometimes it's like actually also bigger strategic things to think about. So what to adapt. So I'm not completely agreeing with your assessment there. I think there's like a way of playing that game that isn't sort of easy for me at all. Like I have some mobility, but you just have more. Like you need to play that out. If you just go forward and shoot at me a bunch, then I think at some point it's going to get grinded out like this.
I mean, the major problem with the board here is that I can never be here because you just intercepted me away and then teleport here. So I will always I can only screen up to here. If you teleport a Dreadnought here, I cannot use this for hiding. And so essentially I can stack up at this corner if I want to hide up here. But for the most part is that I will never be able to hold this objective because you just jump with your interceptors here or from here. So this is always just incredibly hard to hold because you can always just smite me away. So essentially this is just a kill game. Secondaries matter to an extent, but for the most part this is just 2 kills 2.
Yes.
Deploying down here is an option, but like I said, the going for this, it was the correct play. Like there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that was incorrect was just redeploying the Avengers, because that would have given me just the necessary extra damage to not leave this guy alive in 1 wound and just have more damage to force the either servant or the redeploy, and then not spend Defiant Fate over here, but just block the Nemesis Dreadnought in. That would have been the correct play, but I redeployed the unit, and that was that.
No, thank you so much for the game. Also, thank you for the last steps around. That was super helpful when we played against each other. Like your ways of thinking about the game are really interesting. Like turning it into a kill game or not is something that I adopted for myself to look at the table. This idea about what is my path to victory when we played the last time and you just removed my scouts with your spikes, and that was the end for Scout the Enemy, right? It's a really clean way of analyzing a game state, and I'm trying to copy that from the way.
Yeah,
so that's
this is like a really brutal matchup, just because you're so good at killing you have the perfect profiles into everything I have.
Yes.
And so this was just like when you have a bad matchup, sometimes you just need to gamble. In this case, it was just
you're right. Rhino gets here.
Yeah, like if this Rhino is alive, I have no chance whatsoever to hold any primer and everything he dies. So I just need to go for this anyway. It can work out, it can not work out. Like in the end, it just comes down to the 1-2 crucial turns, where I can see what I can clear enough. I couldn't, but that is also just kind of what happened. I mean, I think for a lot of the US opponents, it's just that don't know Patrick. He's a very clean and analytical player. So this does fit really well with a faction that can teleport or overload, like Reynas, for example. Yeah, so it was the one matchup that I didn't want to have, but I had enough luck with pairings during the season. I can't complain about any of this. I would have liked to of course crown it with the Invitational, but it's still I still have 8 undefeated singles, 4 undefeated teams. Lost 3 out of 79 tournament games. It's fine. I would have liked to lose one.
Yeah.
Losing is great. It is what it is. Next time I play against Greynuts, I will have a better plan there, and we'll see what happens.
Excellent. No, I 3 out of 79. I'm glad to hear that. That's
Yeah.
No, thank you so much. It was an honor, Max. Trevi, what's next for the do you know what's coming up for me in the next bracket, for example?
Yeah, so well, we know who you're paired against because you're going to be up against Arna. You will have the opportunity to switch your list for the semifinals. So there is, so he's currently on Chaos Demons, but whether or not he switches that thing up, we'll have to see.
Oh man, I would love to play against that Slaanesh list. Looks crazy.
You're like, oh, I can score Destroy the Demon. Let's go. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, reroll wins all game, every game.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Patrick, congratulations on taking it down. Thank you, too, for an awesome game. And I hope you have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. All right, chat. That is it for the game. Huge congratulations to Patrick for winning that one. I think, I think that is a fair assessment from both players. Certainly, there's probably other ways that you can approach the game as the Asuryani player. I do think the Asuryani most likely have to win the roll-off to be able to sort of play the that kind of Alpha Strike-oriented game. And especially on the longer table edges, it's very difficult if you have a high surface area on your deployment zone. It's difficult to be able to prevent the deep strikes from the Nemesis Dread Knights. I mean, I think that they're definitely within the first 2 battle rounds. The game could have gone either way, and especially even as much as like having that cheeky wire weave grenade not flub as hard as it did into the 1-wound Nemesis Dread Knight, we could have seen the game flip on its head pretty significantly. Awesome game between the players. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. I don't believe I'm going to be live anymore today. I may not be live Monday as well, but Tuesday I'll be back for Tactical Tuesday. Wednesday we have a pod finals scheduled, and I do have some upcoming competitive games that'll be scheduled over the course of the week, and then we will see the ultimate finals on Saturday and Sunday for the T5S2 Season 6 Invitational. Before we wrap up, I do want to give everyone a shout out to our channel sponsors for the Invitational this season. GameMat.eu. You can use coupon code TT10 to get 10% off your amazing 2D and 3D terrain elements. Not only neoprene mats, but also 3D pre-painted resin terrain. 3D6 Wargaming, which has all sorts of laser cut gaming accessories for Warhammer 40k. Most notably, objective markers that you can get. You can even get little TacticalTortoise ones that look just like this. I was playing with some today. It was very fun. And last but certainly not least, VoxLink, the Kickstarter for which goes live this coming Tuesday. So at this point, just about, I don't know, a little over 48 hours from now, that is going to be a community building app for tabletop gaming. You can find players in your local area, you can find gaming groups, and be able to interface with them and schedule your games. What is the price of the objective markers? I believe that it is $30 for a set right now, chat. Exclamation point objectives will get you the link directly there if you're over on Twitch. But anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up now. Remember to keep it classy, folks. Have happy wargaming and have a great rest of your weekend.